Jake, you know what? Leave the room for a second while we deal with Max. No, Max. Jake, can you leave the room and listen while you're out and then come back and tell us what was said?
Just like 10 seconds.
Yeah. No. Listen till we're done with Max.
Or you can just text.
And then come back with the cliff notes.
You could probably just also text Billy and see, because he's probably already written a report about it.
He's moderating.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear his recap.
I cannot wait for this. On today's Pardon My Take, we have a twofer for the people. Jon Rahm, Tyrrell Hatton from the PGA. We were out there today watching the guys get ready for the next round of the FedEx playoffs at Olympia Field. So we had a great time talking to both of them. We also are going to talk Hard Knocks episode 2. We finally got to watch Meme's famous Jets game against the Panthers preseason week 1. We are going to do Mt Rushmore of ways to waste money. We have a long discussion, a nice discussion with our friend Max about James Harden and what's going on in Philadelphia. And a bonus, Jake Marsh enters a Twitter space that will shock you. So a great show for everyone out there. And it's brought to you by our friends at Body Armor. Body Armor, part of my take, is always brought to you by Body Armor. From sports drinks to sport water, Body Armor keeps us hydrated all day long. Whether we're talking, watching, or even playing sports, Body Armor is our go-to choice. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. I'm holding right now the Strawberry Banana Body Armor Light. I also just finished a Body Armor water. That's what we're drinking all the time. The best athletes in the world hydrate with Body Armor, like Ronald Acuna Jr., Christian McCaffrey, Alex Morgan, and the latest athlete to join the team, Joe Burrow, and also us. We're athletes. We're out here podcasting late. We're here on Sunday nights. We are drinking Body Armor to keep ourselves hydrated, keep ourselves fresh, keep ourselves ready for you, the people, and that is what Body Armor does for us. It's available in stores nationwide. Head on over to Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. Body Armor, the best drink out there. Body Armor, I'm going to tell you right now, Strawberry Banana is my personal favorite. Go get it right now. Don't walk, run to get Body Armor Strawberry Banana. And it's available in stores nationwide. And head on over to Body Armor store on Amazon to get yours today. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Wednesday, August 16th, and I have a very important question after watching Hard Knocks episode 2.
Hit me.
I am a diehard Aaron Rodgers fan this year. I think he looks great. He's gotten hotter as he's aged, but my question is, and this is no disrespect to Aaron Rodgers, because again, I am a diehard Aaron Rodgers fan this year. I walked away from this Hard Knocks episode 2 asking myself a simple question. Who's the coach of the Jets?
That's a very good question.
Is it Robert Saleh? Or is it Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers, coach in waiting. Or Nathaniel Hackett.
Hackett.
I have a question about Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Is he an all-time like top 5 hugger?
Yeah.
He's hugging everybody. He's going in for the hug, 2 hands. He gives you the squeeze on the back of your spine like he's giving you the Heimlich from reverse.
He loves. He's a lover.
He loves to love, and he loves grass.
Yeah, and he loves grass. And he also, that was a very funny moment when he went up to his...
I'm talking about the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both. But yeah, when he went up to his former coach, it was like, you're fat as shit. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, he is fat as shit.
Yeah, that seemed like he was busting his balls, but also it's tough to say that to a guy that is fat.
Yeah, he's very fat.
Like, hey, you fat fuck.
And then everyone's like, yeah, he's been eating Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
It's like alarm. But I really am wondering, and I want to hear from Memes because he is our Jets fan. But what struck me was the moment during practice when the offensive line wasn't playing up to snuff for the Jets, and Robert Saleh turned to Aaron Rodgers and he said, we got to get them right for you, buddy. Mm-hmm. And I said, that's weird.
Tail wagging the dog.
That feels like Aaron Rodgers is coaching this team, not Robert Saleh.
Yeah, there's definitely the sense that Aaron Rodgers runs the offense. And then he takes like a lot of pride. Zach Wilson gets on the field, and it's like Aaron is coaching the offense at that point. What he says goes. There's some issues with pass protection. I've actually
That's the weakness of the team.
Maybe a smart football take on my part. Everyone's talking about Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook joining the Jets, right? They're dealing with offensive line issues, pass protection issues. They're two great players that are joining at running back right now. They don't have a lot of time to work on pass protection in the preseason at all. Maybe that might be their biggest issue. Also, I think the fact that their defensive line is so good that they get their ass kicked the offensive line gets their ass kicked every day by a really good defensive line. That's a little bit emasculating.
Yeah, it is.
I think you lose your confidence.
It also
the Jets should make their defensive line worse, is what I'm saying, so that their offensive line could get better.
Speaking of emasculating, Robert Salah saying to the team, we were a 7-10 team last year with an awesome defense and a shit offense, with Zach Wilson sitting in the room.
Yeah.
He's just got to keep eating shit.
So he said that halfway through the film, but at the start of the meeting, he goes, we still have like the stink of a bad offensive team on us from last year. Like not pulling any punches.
Well, Zach Wilson's still playing quarterback in the preseason.
Zach Wilson looking great with a big arm sleeve, the do-rag still.
Yeah.
You should be limited to the amount of swag that you can wear as a backup quarterback.
Agreed.
I guess he was starting in that game technically, but it's the preseason. You should have to earn the arm sleeve on the non-throwing hand.
Agreed. The other big story from this Hard Knocks is Quinnen Williams being awesome.
Shout out Optimus Prime.
Shout out Optimus Prime. Shout out his dad. Shout out his agent for getting him paid. We need to get Quinnen Williams on this show.
Yeah, he seems awesome.
He seems like a part of my take guest. He seems like an awesome dude, and his teeth look great. Remember, he got drafted with braces.
Yep.
Always tough, but he is completely glowed up. And he also is incredible at his position and really fun to watch.
Had 12 sacks in a joint practice. That's a record.
Yep.
In our record book.
Sack.
Update the log.
It's great. You just titty bump some guy and just be like, sack.
Oh yeah, you get like two steps of penetration. You're like, that's a sack.
Sack.
And then
it's like playing.
I want to pull up.
Yeah, it's like playing two-hand touch as a kid.
Yeah, I got him.
He's like, I got him.
I swear I got him.
You weren't allowed to blitz.
The Hard Knocks effect is in full swing on me for Will McDonald.
Oh,
defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, the whole team.
He
they might
awesome.
be my mystery team. I do have a mystery future team. They could eventually be my mystery future team.
They're a very good defense for sure. I could have done without the Will McDonald 10-minute long piercing celebration where they just had him getting just different pieces of metal stabbed through various orifices on his face.
Yeah,
some people are into the pimple popper thing. That I can't watch any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I can't watch that.
No, that stuff. I love bad injuries. I love puke videos, but piercings not for me.
No,
not for me.
A guy on HBO Sports getting just metal rammed into his face. Was I watching OJ Made in America?
Memes. What are your thoughts on this? Because you made us watch the preseason game that you asked everyone about. You also had a moment where we were kind of busting your balls, and you just very matter of factly. Like a little kid getting teased, you're like, you guys can't ruin this for me.
You see that dime from Zach Wilson?
You guys can't ruin this for me.
No, I've been reading a lot of old Jets rosters.
Okay.
From the past couple of years, and it's just been very bad. 2 years ago, it was Rashad Perriman, Denzel Mims, and Jeff Smith as the receivers, and then they didn't even list tight ends.
Oh man.
So I'm just excited about this year.
I mean, they're loaded at the skill positions.
Yeah.
If you looked at the wide receivers, awesome.
Mecole Hardman, yeah.
Mecole Hardman, yeah. Who had a great look during the rookie show.
Oh, yeah.
The rookie show is also very funny because it was all the African-American rookies that went out and they did a step team celebration. And then the white guys go out there and they're like, look at this app.
Yeah. No,
everyone
they tried
download this app.
Yeah, they tried to play something they saw a Twitch streamer play.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, memes. I think you should be excited. But
we will ruin your fun.
Offensive line looks like it's an issue.
Yeah, and we will ruin your fun. Just so you're clear, that's what this show does. Anyone who has any fun gets it ruined. You guys are going to ruin my fun with Justin Fields. I know that.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Right. So you're gonna post so many slanderous memes about Justin Fields. I can in turn ruin your fun about the Jets.
No, I'm pretty Justin Fields positive online.
Okay, I'll have to we'll have to look through that.
Yeah.
Jake. After you went through Darren Ravel's tweets.
Memes, I also have a question for you about Aaron Rodgers and the grass situation where he just rubs grass on his hands all the time, throws it up in the air, gets a sense for the wind, feels like he's one with the earth when he does it. What playing surface do they have at MetLife?
That'd be turf.
That's turf. Oh, okay.
They got new turf, though, this year.
Oh.
I did see that.
They got rid of the injury turf.
I read that. They got new turf. It's double layered field turf.
Yeah, because it was Kyle Shanahan complained about everybody tearing their ACL on it, and they finally switched it out last season. Well, in between.
Aaron Rodgers has gotten significantly better looking. That one video of him grabbing the turf when he was a clean shaven, year 5, ugly dude.
He had a fatter face back
now
then.
He looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand how these guys get skinnier.
He probably had some serious acid flashbacks during the Oz the Mentalist thing at the start.
Yeah.
That guy is a witch. Oz, he came into our studio. We did a PMTV with him last year. That guy is actually
fucked me up.
He has to be a witch. There's no other explanation for it. He's just like telling people think of a number, and then he just writes down the number they're thinking of. What the fuck is going on? He should actually be a football coach.
It was a great moment though when the guy was like, "What if you had guessed giraffe?" After Oz the Mentalist made a goldfish appear in Aaron Rodgers' hands.
What if it was giraffe? I could actually see Jim Irsay hiring Oz as like a defensive consultant.
Quality control.
To just tell his coaches like, hey, here's what the other team's going to run.
Yeah. The only other note I had from this is I'm starting to have the Hard Knocks effects with the Jets. I'm starting to buy in even more. I do think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a great year. There's something about, and maybe this is what's the guy in Dallas? What's the guy's name? Defensive coordinator.
Dan Quinn.
Maybe it's the Dan Quinn effect, but I love a defensive coordinator with a backwards hat.
Yeah, that guy.
It does it for me.
That guy rocks. He just gets so excited about the defensive line. Great beard too.
Yeah, you want a defensive coordinator to have a little shit to him, little grit to him, like I could kick your ass, outside of Denny's right now. And he had that with the backwards hat.
Yeah, I am gradually getting more sold on the Jets just through watching this documentary that's produced basically hand in hand with the New York Jets.
Correct.
So they might not be showing us everything, but what we've seen, it's like, okay, the defense is going to be a problem.
I do like that in every Hard Knocks episode, they're like, well, in unbiased journalism, let's show you 2 minutes where the practice is not going well. And the coach is like, we're not ready to play football yet, boys.
We got to clean this up.
And then go back to every player being the best player in the world.
I love how Robert Salah watches the silent film. I don't know what the difference is between watching the silent film and then watching the film with the audio on it, but he says I love to watch the silent film. He likes to just feel the energy instead of hear it. He seems like a guy that would be a lot of fun to play for.
Yes. We didn't get to see Dalvin Cook, newest New York Jet, was news 2 days ago.
It feels like he's been a Jet for the last 3 weeks.
I know. They were dancing around it. This is a direct result of Aaron Rodgers being a selfless teammate.
He's got more money.
Yeah, more money to hand around.
More money to hand around. Yeah.
And then we also had Ezekiel Elliott go to the Patriots. So congrats to Hank, who doesn't have to change his Ezekiel Elliott Cowboys jersey. He can just maybe slap a logo on top of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge win for Hank.
What was his contract? It feels like if you're an old running back or an older running back, you can still get by on 1-2 year deals. But I guess playoff Lenny's still out there. Kareem Hunt's still out there.
Yeah. Wait, Kareem Hunt's still out there?
He's still out there. I think he went to the Saints, and then the Colts said, "No, you got to come visit us."
Wait, who's the other running back in Cleveland now?
The Chubb and I don't know.
They gotta have a two.
It's
right?
not Chunt.
No,
they don't have the Chunt combo.
Browns running backs. Jake, reminder alert. Jerome Ford. Okay. That sucks. We wanted it. Jerome Ford. Jake, how many days in September? 30? September 30th. Reminder, bet Ezekiel Elliott.
Saturday.
I know.
Okay.
Bet Ezekiel Elliott 2 touchdowns on that Sunday's game.
Why's that?
It's the Patriots versus Cowboys. Bill Belichick will do that for him.
Yeah, he'll definitely.
He absolutely will try to stick it to him.
Yeah. Fun fact, do you know what Kareem Hunt's middle name is?
What?
His middle name is AJ.
Oh.
I've never heard of somebody having 2 initials as their middle name.
That kind of rocks.
Kareem AJ Hunt.
That's like Homer J. Simpson.
Homer J is just J. Yeah. J-A-Y.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else before we have a nice discussion with Max about Philadelphia sports?
I think that's it.
We have a packed show coming here, so we're going to kick it back to ourselves. But we have Tyrrell Hatton, Jon Rahm, Max having a meltdown, Jake going into a weird Twitter space, Mt Rushmore of ways to waste money, and guys on chicks. Oh boy, let's do it.
Shout out Optimus Prime. That recap was brought to you by our great friends over at Morgan & Morgan. Did you know that over 35% of all fatal accidents occur between 6 p.m. and midnight? And people aged 25 to 34 have the highest amount of drivers involved in car crashes. Did you know that people aged 15 to 24 had the highest rate of emergency room visits due to car accidents of all age groups? Well, if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan makes it easy. Some things are hard, some things are easy. Taking a vacation is easy. Being here in person to face the music is hard, right, Max?
Dieting is hard.
Dieting is fact. Dieting is hard. Also, bulking is hard. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide, more than 800 lawyers. They're the easiest people to use if you're thinking about taking some action if you've been involved in a car accident. With over $15 billion recovered for over 300,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people for over 35 years. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan if you've been in any sort of accident, if you've been injured, it's very, very easy. Winning a case race could be hard. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. Moving your entire life to a new city is hard. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. I'll add one else up there. Watching how many hours of commercial-free football are we about to get?
14?
14 hours.
13?
13 hours of commercial-free football.
What are you saying, Jake? Just say it.
I think it's 7 each day.
It's seven hours. Listen,
Whatever. I watched the whole day.
It's preseason. I like watching the countdown clock for the Red Zone channel. The first countdown clock of the year. Oh, my God, that's going to be so good. That's hard to do. Sit down and watch a full day of football nonstop. But submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. If you're ever injured, check out Morgan & Morgan. The fee is free unless they win. Dial pound law on your cell phone, or you can go to forthepeople.com/PMT. That's forthepeople.com/PMT or pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement.
Okay, before we get to Hot Seat, Cool Throne, we have to have a discussion. If you remember, on Sunday night, PFT and I brought up the fact that James Harden, something feels off. Max said, well, there's no better alternative, and did his Max thing where he basically pouted and stomped around and said, no, I'm not mad. I'm not triggered. James Harden is fine. He's fine.
This is not how that went.
Then we woke up Monday morning, and James Harden said this: Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me repeat that. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. To a bunch of Chinese kids at his basketball camp who were like, what?
Why are we listening about Daryl Morey? Quick question, Big Cat. He said that he'll never be a part of an organization that Daryl Morey is a part of, right?
Wait, hold on. I will never be a part of an organization
because he's a liar?
He's a part of. Yes, that's
correct.
Okay,
so quick follow-up. What professional basketball organization is Daryl Morey a part of?
All right, let me Google that.
Because I forget.
Daryl Morey.
It's football season. I'm not up to speed on my basketball
Daryl
facts.
Morey is
it's
an American.
The Celtics, right?
Is an American basketball executive who is president of basketball operations of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, the fluffy 76ers.
Yeah, the Philadelphia 76ers.
So that's Max's favorite team.
That is also James Harden's current employer.
Current team. Okay, so it sounds like he's saying that he'll never be a part of the Philadelphia 76ers as long as Daryl Morey.
Now,
hey, also,
hold on, Max. Hold on.
Also, a quick follow-up to that.
Hold on. Don't bang on the desk.
This Daryl Morey guy, has he ever said anything about the business relationship between the NBA and China? Anything like
China?
I think he did. I think he did do that a few years ago, and that's exactly where James Harden is while he's making this statement about him being a liar.
Interesting.
It sounds to me like odds of James Harden returning to the 76ers might be lower than we thought on Sunday.
Okay, but PFT. Now, this is bad. This is admittedly very bad. James Harden just opted into a new contract, or his last year of the contract, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
They were going to give it a chance. They basically almost beat the Celtics. This was a championship team ready to take the next step to Ultra Championship. That's what we call the Eastern Conference Finals. So everything, James Harden doing this is bad, but at least at least Joel Embiid is not also upset and deleted stuff from his Instagram and Twitter saying that he no longer lives in Philadelphia, right?
Joel Embiid is the glue that holds this together. So you can lose James Harden. Listen, James Harden's traveled around like a leaf through the wind. Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid is the guy that you need to have there. And as long as they have Joel Embiid, MVP, right?
So Joel Embiid has not – let me just – hold on.
Look up his Twitter account. Because I remember he used to say like on his bio that he was processing because he loved the process.
And he said Philadelphia processing. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm looking up Joel Embiid, his Twitter account. Oh, wait, what?
Are you sure you got the right one?
Yeah, 2.1 million followers.
And it's no longer saying processing.
No, it says Yowande. I think that might be where he's from. Okay. So yes, that is from Cameroon.
I mean, if this is true, and
he moved from Philadelphia. He doesn't live there anymore.
If they lose both Embiid and Harden in the same offseason, that's bad. That's about as down as you can get as a franchise.
Breaking news. I know that we're doing this to Max right now, but I just because I went on Twitter. Yep. Breaking news. Can someone give me it? I have to break this news. I went on Twitter and it says, on the right tab, listen live in Spaces.
Yeah.
Jason Whitlock is hosting a space that says, "Does it matter if Obama is gay?"
Okay, so let's discuss. I saw that earlier.
You're gonna have to wait, Max. You're gonna have to wait.
And we were about to start the show, and I considered putting a pause on the start of the show just so I could get involved in this Twitter space. Does it matter if Obama is gay? Yes, I think it does matter. I think this throws the whole Obama gay situation into chaos.
Does it matter if he's gay? I don't care. I don't think I care.
I care.
No, I do not care.
I care deeply.
Why do you care?
Because that means that we had a combo president.
That's true. The first ever combo president.
Yeah.
Well, no, Kennedy was Catholic and his brains blew out.
Yeah. The first headless Catholic.
Yeah. So, okay.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. All right.
Talking about sports.
Back to Joel Embiid.
What if he was gay with Trump? That would be funny.
They
should lock both of them up in the same cell for forever, and then they just have no choice but to start fucking.
Yeah, this is only 700 people in this space is shocking. Does it matter if Obama is gay? What a question. That's a thought starter, what we call a thought starter. People.
Okay, but Embiid.
Embiid.
So
wait, what if Michelle Obama's a man? Does that count as
interesting? This is above my pay grade.
Yeah. Because then he wouldn't have cheated, although maybe he was beforehand.
In the words of Silvio Berlusconi, everybody is a little bit gay.
You know what?
It just so happens that my gay part is a lesbian.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's solve this once and for all. Let's just listen to a random 2 seconds of this. Okay. Oh, people are gonna think I actually joined this.
Max, you join.
Max, you join. Jake, you join. Jake, you join. Jake, you join. Jake, you know what? Leave the room for a second while we deal with Max. No, Max. Jake, can you leave the room and listen while you're out and then come back and tell us what was said?
Just like 10 seconds.
Yeah. No. Listen till we're done with Max.
Or you can just text.
And then come back with the cliff notes.
You could probably just also text Billy and see, because he's probably already written a report about it.
He's moderating.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Jake, take good notes. Okay, so wait. Just to recap.
Okay, so James Harden went to China. Said, I hate.
We don't have to do the whole thing again. We don't have to do the whole thing.
All right, Max.
This
Hello,
is the longest
Max. I didn't know you were here.
Intro into a segment that's ever been had ever on this show.
You're not going to get mad, though.
You're not going to get mad.
I'm not mad.
So
I'm just
what's
stating
happening?
fact.
What's happening right now?
The Sixers are in shambles. I don't care about James Harden in the slightest.
Wait, you just said that you wanted him, and there's
I
no
said
better
that he was
alternative
better than
options.
He's better than Norman Powell,
Well, I don't know if that's true anymore because he doesn't want to play.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I think James Harden's better at basketball than any other option that's out there right now.
Correct.
But he's not a better player to have on your team than other guys.
He's the worst player to have on your team.
Yeah, right. He's literally breaking up the team one by one because.
Oh no, this championship roster.
He's very good at it.
I mean, with the MVP, he's breaking up the MVP.
Okay,
he's breaking up the MVP.
Yeah,
yeah. He's forced. It's.
The
yeah,
MVP
I don't know.
May never play basketball.
This
again.
is like The Last Dance, except it's a team that never won anything.
Never even got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I get it, but now it is just forcing. Like, how hard is it to get a player like Joel Embiid on your team?
Very hard.
You know what? You know what it's like.
Wait. A guy who's never gone to the Eastern Conference Finals? Pretty easy. Pretty easy, actually.
No.
There's actually, I would say 90% of, maybe 80% of NBA players have never been to the Eastern Conference Final.
Any team in the entire league would die to have Joel Embiid.
I don't know
Yes,
anymore.
it would.
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
You're such a.
The guy's switching his Twitter. He's being a fucking like teenager. He's being a teenage girl.
I actually
this
think
is what every single NBA player does.
Okay, but you have two of them on your team.
I think that it's a high possibility that Joel Embiid knows who Max is and did this just to fuck.
No,
him.
this is.
I would want Joel Embiid on my team. Fair. So?
That's all I'm saying is that James Harden
is breaking him up.
Yes, which you're that is a bad thing. That is not a good thing.
James Harden Thanos?
James, he might be.
He's the Thanos of bad teams.
All he does is just go and just spread bad vibes to every single person he's at. And I don't know whether I want to blame Daryl Morey or James Harden because
I'm going to blame James Harden for this.
I'm going to blame both. I think they're both doing exactly what they do.
I don't know.
Is a very good executive who always gets. I mean, you saw it with the James Harden deal initially, the Ben Simmons trade. He always waits to get the most value for these guys. So he's doing what Daryl Morey does, and then James Harden is being a petulant bitch, what he does.
So
they're both being themselves.
What's James Harden's move here? Because he reinvented the wheel. He broke brand new ground in the NBA where he decided that he was going to get traded by getting too fat.
Yeah.
Because guys, if you sign a contract, you don't have that much leverage. I mean, in the NBA you have more, but you still sign a contract. They don't have to trade you. They could just kind of ignore your trade request.
Right.
If you get super fat and then break up a team from the inside out, that's really the only leverage you have. And James Harden is very good at that. I don't know if he's going to get fat again. It sounds like his strategy is like, let's go to China and really fuck with Daryl Morey's brain.
Yeah.
And then hope that he gets so mad at me that he can't stand the idea of writing a check to me anymore.
Well, it's the craziest. James Harden has put himself in the funniest predicament ever because he wants a long-term deal. But he has to probably play to get that.
So
how does he stay fat? Maybe he gets fat and is good at basketball.
That'd be very funny. But what team in their right mind would want James Harden on them? Like, think about what competent
He's
franchise?
Been saying Bulls, and I hate him for it. He's like, just DeMar DeRozan for James Harden. Fuck off. In the words of Christopher Max Valente, fuck off.
No,
You'll take Zach LaVine.
That would be like a 3-team. Well, now that's out the window because there's just zero leverage. I mean, James Harden is a snake. The reason that he won't get a long-term deal is because you're just seeing everything he does. Why would you want a guy who will commit to you for like a third of the time that he's said to be there, and then just go and ruin the team from the inside out?
Yeah, but what about Game 1 of the series?
Game 1 rocked.
Celtics?
Like that was sick.
Yeah.
Game 1 was sick. But he also signed the deal. He did not need to sign that deal.
Yeah.
He chose to take that, and then he's just upset that Daryl Morey just didn't give him away for nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny move on James Harden's part to sign a deal.
He probably didn't have a better deal out there because the other problem is James Harden has basically negotiated himself into a corner where the reason why he signed that deal was if he had went and signed a new deal with someone else, like the Clippers can't sign him for what he is getting paid. You know what I mean? The Clippers, if he didn't opt in, the Clippers couldn't give him a 4-year, $150 million deal. They don't have the space. So he had to opt in and then hope that he would get traded. And now that he hasn't been traded, he has to opt out while hoping someone else opts in.
Yeah, and nobody's opting in on James Harden right now.
Too many ops.
I mean, you have to take your hat off to James Harden and respect him for being the best to ever do it at what he does.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't burn bridges. He goes like Philadelphia overpass 76ers on bridges. Like, that's what James Harden is so good at, just destroying front offices and destroying like the entire culture of a basketball team and then moving on. Probably the greatest player. It's like him and Kyrie have been pretty good at it.
Now, how much has this bummed you out?
I didn't care at all. Like, I saw the Harden video and I was like, all right, here we go again. He's going to play this whole song and dance. He's going to do whatever. And then we're just going to do the same thing as Morey is just going to keep him, and he's going to sit on the bench and not play
Get
and
fat,
not do
I hope.
anything.
Yeah.
It would be very. I hope he gets.
But
really
then he
fat.
got the other players on the team.
Who else?
PJ Tucker. Also
No, I didn't know that. He broke PJ Tucker as well.
But PJ Tucker is whatever. I don't give a fuck about PJ
He's
Tucker
dog.
either.
He's a dog.
But it's
You
more
need
so
dogs.
He's a dog.
He is getting his guys around him to go against Daryl Morey. So now it's either now you have to choose sides. Now you have to choose.
So which side are you choosing?
I don't know. All I know is that the only person I care about right now is Tyrese Maxey, and he has not gone up in support of James Harden.
What about the MVP?
I care about him too.
No, you
but-
said
but
the
he's
only.
broken up.
Yeah, the only player you care about is Tyrese Maxey.
Is it as broken up like you can get like an arm of him, a leg of him, like you're picking up the pieces of him?
I would love if Joel Embiid did not do that. If he,
Yeah,
because
I
he's
would-
also
I would
so
agree.
calculated
That's a good take.
with
Yeah.
everything that he does
Yeah.
on social media
Yeah.
that you can't just look at it and be like, oh, this means nothing. Although he did
I would say-
tweet something about the Union, and he was like, go Philly, go Union.
So he still likes the soccer team.
No, but it's a Philly Union.
Yeah, he still likes your soccer team, is what I'm saying. But,
Yeah, but-
I kind of so he's very active on social media. I wouldn't say he's like super calculated. I think sometimes
No, he is.
Sometimes he like just trolls first, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" Like I was just joking around. In this case, it feels real. It feels too real. Max, did you hear about one of the small things that led to the breakup between Morey and Harden?
No.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna read this article.
Oh, no.
It was pizza something.
Yeah, the
Pizza?
little stuff matters when running a team.
Oh no.
The seeds of mistrust between Harden and Morey had been planted with the smallest forgotten promises, according to Harden. Quote from Harden: "Every Friday, that was going to be pizza day. We had Pizza Friday for the first month this season, but then that was it. It was supposed to be every week all year long. You
Wait,
come in,
is this a butt crack?
you come in on a Friday, you get a slice. Not some Fridays, every Friday. Consistency builds championships. That was the deal we had, but that was a lie. It's frustrating because I'm locked in thinking about one thing and one thing only: winning basketball games." Harden told the assembled
Also the
class
pizza.
of 14-year-olds in attendance for the launch of Harden's Chinese wine company. But it would also be nice to be treated like a human.
Wait. So whatever. That's irrelevant.
Where was this article written?
That was the Athletic Premium Plus, as posted on my Twitter account.
Wow.
Oh, fuck you! Oh, this was you thing.
Yeah.
I saw.
How
this
did you not think that?
I saw this from somebody else.
Yeah.
How did you think that was real?
Yeah.
Wait, I saw
I
this
said
from
the
like
first second when he said it. Like
You
pizza.
gotta subscribe to the Athletic Premium Plus. I get all the articles you don't get.
I saw somebody else.
credit's
like,
not
in-
good enough.
Like
Your
in
credit's not good
Sixers-
enough.
In Sixers Twitter, like actually tweet that as like a real thing.
It's a real thing. You just don't. You didn't pass the background check to get
How
admitted to the
stupid are you,
Athletic.
dude?
I don't know.
If that were real, I would side with James Harden.
Yeah.
If you're Pizza
promised
Friday, you have to do Pizza Friday.
We were promised Bagel Mondays.
I believe in
We
every
did
old
Bagel
office.
Mondays.
Every Monday.
I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just people ate it.
Fuck,
If
I'm
you
such
got
a
it at, like-
fucking
Yeah.
idiot. I thought
no, Max.
legitimately read that and been like,
Max, you're in
All right.
shambles right now, buddy.
All right, Max. You know what? Let's pick up your spirits. Let's leave Jake out there for another minute.
I can't wait to hear his
I
recap.
cannot wait for this.
I keep going back and forth on if
Yeah.
it matters or not.
Yeah, let's do a very exciting new thing that's happening. Max, you want to go get it? You want to go surprise us? Surprise the people? PFT, you are a huge Buffalo Wild Wings fan, as am I. We love Buffalo Wild Wings. What's your favorite part about Buffalo Wild Wings?
Well, they used to have the bag soda. I hope they bring that back. But my favorite part about it is getting the combination of the spicy garlic, the dry rub salt and vinegar, and the garlic Parmesan wings. Get 18. That's a great lunch.
So there's a little inside scoop from Buffalo Wild Wings.
I heard
I'm
something
surprised that Leroy didn't get it because not a lot of people know about this. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. Fans have been asking, begging, pleading, even petitioning for this sauce to come back. We have been included in that. And after 3 years of it being off the menu, Buffalo Wild Wings is finally, why'd you put this in front of me? I'm reading the ad. Is finally bringing back hot barbecue sauce
Let's
for
go.
a limited time starting today, 8/16. This is actually one of my favorite. It's like one of my tier 1 sauces, Buffalo Wild Wings. We were actually reminiscing about Buffalo Wild Wings. I used to do, it was like 30-cent leg nights in Madison. It is my favorite. Buffalo Wild
I had
Wings.
my 21st birthday there.
Hot barbecue sauce is back. Stop by B-Dubs. Order online at buffalowildwings.com or through B-Dubs app. Football season just got a whole lot better. I know we just moved into this office, but I'm going to be doing the show from B-Dubs daily with endless hot BBQ in front of me. I need a hot barbecue wing, please. After 3 years of it being off the menu, Buffalo Wild Wings is finally bringing back hot barbecue sauce for a limited time, starting 8/16, which is today. 8/16 is
Starting
today.
now.
Right now.
Right
Buffalo
now.
Wild Wings bringing back hot barbecue sauce. Huge news. We love Buffalo Wild Wings. One of our favorite sponsors. Hot barbecue sauce back. One of their best flavors by popular demand today. Go get it right now. BuffaloWildWings.com or through the B-Dubs app. Football season just got a whole lot better. Okay.
That's so good.
That was big. Hot seat, cool throne. Let's bring Jake back in. Okay. Jake is back. Jake has listened to the Jason Whitlock hosted space. Doesn't matter if Obama is gay for the last 10 minutes. Please let us know. What should we think about?
So there were about 5 or 6 speakers
Okay.
during the span.
Did
that
you
I was
raise your
outside.
hand?
I did not.
Okay.
And 5 out of the 6 of them said it does matter.
Oh.
Okay,
Here's
why?
some of the quotes I have written down.
Okay. All right. Nice. Look at you, Jake. You might have to. You actually. I would like you to make sure that you're in every Jason Whitlock space. Put on notifications. I want.
Just one quote from each.
I just want to.
Well,
want
I can
details.
I can listen retroactively.
Yeah, you
right?
can. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I will do about this tonight. Go ahead.
One speaker, the first one, just said it absolutely matters that he's gay.
Oh, so that's not even a. They're just saying he's gay.
Yeah, each speaker first, before they say anything else, they answer the question.
Oh.
And then they give their
I like
context.
that. That's a well-run space. So it's
And
like,
that's-
hi, my name is.
Yeah.
And I'm here for this
So
reason.
you get their opinion off the bat.
Like, hi, my name is Dan, and it doesn't matter that he's gay. Got it. Okay.
She said, I don't really understand the context. She said, quote, my sex life is wild and I don't care what you do in yours.
Okay.
Wait,
so,
but
but she's saying it doesn't matter then.
But she said it did. I don't
Because
know.
it's, yeah,
it's
Obama.
Obama.
Yeah. Actually, if you're a Middle Eastern terrorist, if you're like in ISIS and Obama drone striked you, it's probably worse that you got drone striked by a gay guy.
That's
It's
true.
like when they dip the bullets in pig blood.
Yeah.
It's haram.
I don't know if I got this word for word, but what I wrote down was having Obama come out as gay is de-escalating to the black male role model figure.
Okay.
No comment.
Yeah, that one's deeper. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then another person said it would potentially be an abomination to God.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, we're going with that. Okay.
Yeah. So
Got it.
So it just matters if anybody's gay.
I think the PMT,
Right, it's not an Obama thing.
Yeah.
I
I respect that too.
Yeah.
I think the AWL and the
That was
space
just-
crossover was very small, except some people got notifications that I was in this and took screenshots. So
Nice.
it's out there that I was in
Nice.
it.
I think that
Nice.
last speaker was Chris Broussard.
Yes. Yes. He's like, hey, I don't even know how I got in here. I don't even know who Obama is. I don't like gay.
I just don't. Yeah, I disapprove of his
And
gayness.
they talked about like Jews and anti-Semitism.
Oh.
I don't
So
know.
it's a
How'd that go?
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it went well, probably.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
All
I
right,
don't know
well, let's start with your hot seat, cool throne,
if
Jake.
so many people are talking about
I love it. I'm going to have to retweet some of these.
Jake, what's going on?
Oh man. And then they're gonna listen tomorrow and they're gonna be like,
They're gonna find out, yep.
Am I starting us off?
Yep.
Okay.
Or should Big Cat, should Jake start us off? Because
Yeah.
Hank's not here?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
what? Hank's on vacation again?
The same one.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Continue it. My hot seat is Madden.
Okay.
The new Madden is out and people are not happy. The glitches are very evident, it seems. I don't know if you guys have seen some of these clips.
By the way, good reminder that Hank is on vacation. Hank actually, I gave him all my Madden codes. He said he was going to give them out this week on vacation. So tweet Hank on vacation and ask for the Madden codes.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Remember when I interned, we went outside MSG?
Yeah.
And we had
Yeah,
people find us?
Yeah, at hen_ease.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please make sure, and here's the best part. We're playing a little game with Hank. he has under strict orders to say that he doesn't have Madden codes.
It's an NDA.
He does. He does. So keep pressing him.
You
DM him.
You have to, I think, tweet at him 3 times.
Yeah.
And then he gets to release
It's
it.
like red rum in the mirror. Okay. Madden always has this, though, when it comes out.
but the celebrations, Jalen Waddle's waddle is not a waddle.
Well, then I'm out. I'm out on the game if it's not a respectable waddle. Listen, Madden is in a tough position because they've had to invent a different football game, like 30 times? There's not a whole lot more that you can do with it.
It's also just a perfect example of life with the internet where Madden
People
release...
are going to hate on it no matter
Madden
what.
release used to be a celebration day. You stick around long enough, and it just becomes a complaining day.
I'll bet the hit stick would have gotten roasted on Twitter if Twitter was around back in 2005.
Oh, yeah.
People would have hated it. Now, I haven't played Madden in years and have no plans to pick it back up again. But I think that it's mostly like, okay, it's a race to find what we can complain about in the new Madden.
Yes. Yeah. And it's people playing deep into Madden to find it. I feel like if you just play it regularly, you don't see it. All right. Next.
My cool throne is myself, the plug god. We have a few things on tap this week.
Oh, God.
First, the Barstool store, 20% off
All right,
sale.
this is a big one. This is a big one. We're independent again.
Yep, 20% off sale. You're listening today, Wednesday.
Yep.
It's today. Most of the site, there's a few exclusions, but 20% off.
Awesome.
Unreal.
Good deals.
Great deals.
Great merch.
Great merch.
I don't like how you looked at me there, Jake.
What do you mean?
You did like a...
I just talk with my hands a lot.
Yeah, I know, but you were like almost like a... I don't know what that was. Okay, keep going.
Okay, we'll review the tape.
Yeah.
And then the second...
It's kind of a little bit patronizing. Did you feel that, PFT? He was like, and 20% off, you little kiddies, go store.barstoolsports.com while you look me in the eye.
I'll do it to him too.
Okay, all right. And you'll feel the same way, PFT.
I don't want you to do that.
Rough and Rowdy.
No.
Buy rnr.com.
See? That's it.
And for the first time ever, streaming live on YouTube.
Yes, huge.
Big Kai will be there Friday night.
Yes.
So yeah, tune in.
Awesome.
Plug God out.
Plug God out.
Great job, Jake.
Oh, my God. We need to get you a necklace, a plug necklace.
Would it matter if Jake was gay?
I don't know. Let's fire up a space.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if Jake Orange is gay. It's such a funny space. Okay, hot seat, cool throw, PFT.
My hot seat is what could have been, what might have been.
Oh.
Because Kyle Shanahan last week, I believe it was last Friday, let us in on a little nugget about what the 49ers were planning to do if they had won that game against the Eagles and made the Super Bowl. So the game, we all remember it. It sucked. Brock Purdy got hurt. Josh Johnson got concussed immediately. They didn't have a quarterback. They had discussions about what they were going to do if Brock Purdy got injured because they were obviously without Jimmy G. They were without Trey Lance. Kyle Shanahan's plan that he had in place, if the 49ers had made the Super Bowl and Brock Purdy was injured, Phillip Rivers was going to start the Super Bowl on 2 weeks' notice.
Yes.
Having played 0 games with the 49ers, having practiced with them 0 times before that, he would have been the starting quarterback in a Super Bowl. He probably would have won.
He would have won.
And I'm so fucking mad at Kyle Shanahan for saying this because I feel like I have retroactive blue balls.
Do you know why he would have won? Phillip Rivers doesn't move fast enough to have the grass be slippery be a problem.
That's very true.
He would have won.
That's very, very true.
It would not have been an issue. He's so slow, it would not have been an issue.
It would have been the very best thing to ever happen to the NFL. Can you imagine?
That would have been one of the all-time sports stories.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'd say the sports story of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Actually,
we would have had to go to the Super Bowl and root for the Niners and wear Phillip Rivers Niners jerseys.
Yeah. Imagine how many babies he would have had after that.
So many.
So many.
He still is.
Yeah, he
having
is.
many babies. I think he's literally just announced his wife's pregnant.
I think so. I think they're going for 11. Is this 11? They've got a full football team now?
I think they got the whole squad.
Shout out Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
All-time stick man.
In July, he's expecting his 10th.
Wow.
So
it already happened.
That was a month ago.
All right, so
gonna
bet on
happen.
Phillip Rivers week 1 touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
Got it. Cool Throne is getting disowned by your own children.
Ooh.
So if you've been paying attention to the news for the last couple of days, there's been a rift in the storybook relationship between Michael Orr and the Toohey family, the family that, quote unquote, adopted him. You see it in The Blind Side. Apparently, there was no adoption paperwork ever filed. It was a conservatorship, And so that meant that they were making business decisions for Michael Orr. They didn't have any legal obligation to him as a parent-guardian situation, but they're making business decisions. And one of those business decisions, allegedly, was that they controlled most of the money and the back-end revenue from the success of the Blind Side movie once it came out, and Michael Orr allegedly did not get paid off from that, as opposed to the members of the Toohey family that did get paid out from it. I don't know. I think we have to just wait for all the facts to come out. I feel like this is one of the stories where we'll just wait for the next 5 years for all the facts to come out eventually.
Yeah.
But it sounds like to anybody with a working brain who watched the movie The Blind Side, they probably wouldn't have brought Michael Orr into their family if he was a 5'5" kid that was good at chess.
Right.
It probably had a little bit to do with the fact that he was one of the best football players in the country at the time and already highly recruited.
He picked his own school, right?
No, that's interesting because the Toohey family is like the biggest boosters of Ole Miss. So it's just a coincidence, though. He could have gone wherever he wanted.
It's the story seems really bad. Michael Orr, like if it went down the way that he alleges, it's very bad. It's pretty much the shittiest people in the world. But yeah, you're right. I think it's gonna go back and forth. The Toohey family has alleged that it's a shakedown, which I guess that's kind of what you do in these situations. You'd be like, no, shakedown.
Yeah.
I just know that Michael Orr didn't like the movie and the way he was portrayed in the movie, which should have been the first red flag to be like, hey, something's amiss. Oh, maybe the movie should have been not about the family that saved him, but about the kid who pulled himself out of poverty and made it to the NFL and won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, how about the kid? Well, if you watch the movie, Michael Orr didn't know how to play football until he got onto a practice field one year in high school, and Sandra Bullock had to walk out there, grab him by the face mask, and teach him how to block.
Yeah.
No, he was already a great football player and a great athlete, and he accomplished a lot on his own, which they didn't really. They also made him seem like dumb as a rock.
Yeah.
They made him seem like an idiot in the movie.
Yeah, that's the part he was very upset about, which I would be upset too if I were him.
And if you watch The Blind Side now, I would actually like to rewatch it because I'm sure it's unintentionally hilarious right now. Like going back and making Tim McGraw and Sandra Bullock like the heroes of the story.
Right.
When it's a kid that worked his way out of having no home and an absentee mother to like ended up becoming one of the best football players in the world. That's a pretty good story.
So wait, you're saying Michael Lewis got this wrong?
I'm saying Michael Lewis may have embellished some of the facts or woven it into a better story a story that he thought was more marketable than the real story.
Are you next thing you're going to do is tell me that Billy Beane never won a World Series?
I'm not going to say that Billy Beane never won a World Series and that he had players like Miguel Tejada and Tim Hudson.
I actually
Mark
like Michael
Mulder.
Lewis as a storyteller. I've read all his books. No big deal. I did read The Blind Side, except the COVID one. That one was weird. He went weird. But Liar's Poker's a great book. Blind Side. Moneyball.
Oh, he did Moneyball?
Big Short.
Okay.
Yeah. Read them all. Bang.
There was
crazy story though.
There's a quote from the Tooheys that they've always been upfront about the details of his conservatorship, which apparently was established to assist with Mr. Orr's needs, ranging from getting him health insurance and obtaining a driver's license to helping with college admissions. I'm sure it helped with college admissions. I'm sure it was.
That feels like you could have just adopted him.
You could have adopted him at that point.
Conservatorship is weird.
And so Orr alleges that he just found out that it wasn't an adoption but a conservatorship like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason for him filing this lawsuit. Also, he did file the lawsuit on the day that his book came out, which is just something to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Also, the Tooheys are friends with Ben Mintz.
They are. Also,
so there's a lot of blurry
a lot of facts that we have to wait to come out on this one.
Going back and forth.
I think at the end of the day, you can pretty much say that, this has always kind of been the logical explanation of what happened. Like they didn't bring this kid into their home because he was homeless and they wanted to be great people. They brought him into their home because they're like, oh shit, this guy's awesome at football, and we're the biggest Ole Miss fans in the world, so we might as well adopt him and then just funnel him down to Oxford.
Yes. We'll see where it ends up. All right, my hot seat is us, because should we say what we're thinking about for the punishment this year? We discussed it.
Yeah.
Should we just say it? I think people get excited about it, and also it gives us the bonus of deciding a punishment without Hank here,
and then we're held to it. Yeah.
So hot seat is us. We've been spending a lot of time together. We went out to the golf today, so we had some downtime, and we decided we're going to change some things up this year in the fall for the Friday preview. Less picks, but we're still going to do a competition. And the loser of it, we'll absolutely say it when we get to week 1, like, if there's any changes that Hank will obviously have. But the loser of the competition this year is going to have to do an entire hour show in a Vegas theater by themselves.
A one-man show.
A one-man show. PFT's only allowed to play one song on guitar for a certain amount of time, too, because you'd play Freebird for 60 minutes. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I don't think Memes, Jake, or Hank, I don't know what you guys would do.
I think Jake could do it. Jake's a bit of a showman.
What would you do, Jake? I would learn magic tricks.
Stand up.
You would just stand up and tell us a joke.
I would have to learn and prepare.
I don't think you learn.
You have to write stand up. Write it. We should make another stipulation. You can't just go out there and be Carlos Mencia for an hour and just do other people's material.
Correct.
Although maybe I'd do like a tribute band to Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, no,
an evening with Mitch Hedberg. Asterisks.
I would bring out a ping pong table and just play one side up.
Okay.
And just hit.
To yourself?
That'd be a bit boring.
That's not a great one.
I mean, it's the perfect punishment that you obviously none of us have enough talent to do a one-man show.
An hour is
but you
so
also
long.
need to do something that people are going to buy tickets to this.
Yeah. Yeah, but to be fair, like last year, we'll get a way to get everyone involved. That's what made last year's stream. Like you guys were commentating, like we were all involved.
Max should do a Chippendales routine.
Oh, that'd be good.
That'd be really good.
Yeah. I might just dress as Fat Elvis and see how many drugs I can do. While sitting on a toilet.
Yeah. Watch me do drugs until I die.
Until I sit on a toilet.
If we did a show where we just consumed as many drugs as possible until we expired on stage, I feel like people would buy tickets to that.
Yeah, oh yeah. The stream numbers would be insane.
Mr. Beast could never.
Although YouTube doesn't allow that. But yeah, that'll be great. So Hot Seat Us, we'll tweak it. But I like the idea of just deciding a punishment with Hank not here because he'll complain. Mm-hmm. He'll complain. I watched, by the way, side note, Real Housewives of New York last night. I'm watching the new season. It sucks. An entire episode was just based on them bitching at each other about not letting each other eat.
Is that not the entire series?
But they literally were just Grit Week. It was just Hank Grit Week.
They were hangry.
It was Hank would be a Real Housewife of New York.
Yeah,
like he fits in perfectly with them. Like we worked out and then we didn't eat breakfast till 11 a.m. That was literally said. Mm-hmm. So, and then my cool throne is me because I'm gonna put a positive spin on life. And yes, our boss Erica Nardini had a profile in Vanity Fair where she said I am quote arguably one of the worst bettors of all time, and he always loses the parlay. Talking about the can't lose parlay.
She said arguably.
That's true. I am going to use this as a positive. No one expects anything from me. So if I have a pulse this year gambling, then I exceeded expectations.
You could set the record for biggest improvement.
Correct.
Most improved gambler.
Most improved.
We should do an award at the end of football season.
Yeah.
Most improved gambler.
Most improved gambler. So yeah, that one hurt though.
Have you figured out what to do about Wander Franco?
I've already. You guys won't let me.
There's a second
minor
eighth grader has been reported.
You guys wouldn't let me drop him.
You can't drop him. No. We didn't, Jake.
No, so
who's we? You got a mouse in your pocket?
So I've done everything that I could do, and I've also done a great job because I actually acted before the Rays acted.
Okay.
And MLB.
How about this? I will allow you to drop Wander Franco and pick up a new player on your team if you also drop all the home runs that he got. Because
how many?
He hit those home runs. Big Cat, he hit those home runs while he was in not one but two alleged relationships with minors. Do you feel comfortable?
Isn't it convenient that you're in last place and you're throwing this out there?
How convenient is that? Big Cat,
9 home runs.
Oh.
That would put you... you'd still be 14 above PFT.
Take the 9 off. I don't care.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
And I'm not even picking up a new player yet.
So you're at 66 and PFT's at 52.
Yeah, no, I don't. And I wanted on the record that PFT wanted me to keep the pedophile alleged on my team.
No, I didn't.
If you end up losing,
no, I don't want to win with the pedophile alleged.
I didn't want you to keep him on your team. I wanted you to get rid of him.
You didn't want me to drop him.
Well,
The pedophile alleged.
You have him on your pedophile list.
A pedophile alleged. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll do it. I'll drop him. I'll drop all the home runs, 9 home runs, and I'll pick up Corey Seager.
Okay.
Is he
Do
available?
I still get an injured drop?
No.
So this is a pedophile
counts. It's
drop.
you get a pedophile
This is
drop.
is that separate?
Hurt or pedophile? New
Is that
segment.
separate? Corey Seager, I think, is available, right?
I believe so.
Okay, great.
All right. So also,
My
Jake,
team is great now.
Jake, create another list. Just I know you've got the list of all the different positions. Put a PL on there. Everybody gets one player on the pedophile list.
Okay. Okay.
But you have to drop the home runs.
You have to drop the
You
home
have to
runs.
drop all the home runs.
Or you could keep the home runs if you're comfortable with
I'm not.
keeping
I
fingers
acted
hit by a
faster.
pedophile.
Yeah, I mean, I've basically I cut him. No one, the Rays haven't cut him.
So
This would suck. that
Corey
if he ends up
Seager's
being
home
not a
run
pedophile.
start tonight, August
I mean,
15th.
That's the prisoner's dilemma of the pedophile list.
Do I get any Corey? Did Corey Seager hit a home run tonight? Do I get it if he hit one before I look? You should give one.
No, starting now.
No, you should give me
No,
one.
no, because he wasn't on your team until just now.
What team is he on?
Rangers.
Oh, I looked up the Mariners.
Yeah, he hit one tonight.
No, that's bullshit.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
I
count.
should get that.
You probably have. You
I
probably
should
have
get that. I just
home
dropped
run
9.
alerts set up on Twitter.
No, I don't. I should get that.
No, you didn't have him on your team.
All right, fine. I don't want a pedophile on my team, alleged. Okay, let's go to the interviews. We have a great interview with Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton back to back, and then we'll do our Mt Rushmore. Okay, before we get to our interviews with Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton, we're brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Everyone thinks about the day they'll eventually get to retire and enjoy all the freedom that comes with it, but who says we have to wait decades before we get to kick back and chill out? Take advantage of that free will and spend the summer chilling like a retiree, and pair those moments with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. It's a beer that's made to chill, pairs well with a retired state of mind. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold, so you know when it's time to grab another. Perfect for all your summer plans or lack thereof. No judgment here. This summer, chill like you've retired with Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Coors Light, the best beer ever created. Coors Light, thank you to Coors Light, our favorite beer. Send us those pictures of the Blue Mountains on your cans and bottles. It's still a few weeks left of summer. Enjoy it with an ice-cold Coors Light, the most delicious, the coldest beer ever created. Thank you to Coors Light. Here is Jon Rahm. Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest, reigning Masters champion, one of the best golfers in the world. It is Jon Rahm, and I have the most important question to start this interview. Can you break the news on your Masters dinner with us? That's all we care about.
There's 2 questions I get very often.
Okay.
Number 1 is what I was thinking on 18 when my tee-ball hit the branch.
Yep.
Right. Number 2 is a Masters dinner.
Okay.
I can't, honestly, I haven't given it as much thought as you would think. Like the first few weeks, it's all I thought about for some reason. And after that, I haven't. So I know the dessert.
Okay, what is it?
I don't even know if that's a name in English, to be honest.
Okay, you
It's
can just say it. We'll look it up after.
So in Spanish will be mil hojas, which translates to 1,000 leaves.
Okay.
There's a couple different versions. And then I guess it's like a cocktail reception. So early on, if anybody knows, from Spain, we're really known for the Spanish ham, jamón ibérico. So we'll have that. Everything in between, I have no idea.
That's good, though.
Jamón ibérico is
we got the
awesome.
bookends.
So no, that's
you know
the
what you
thing. Like
should-
I don't know. I have to ask a bunch of questions, right? Like I have an idea on a wine that's personal to me, and it's really good wine as well. But I don't know if it needs to be part of the wine cellar of Augusta National or not.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't know what in between what goes or how much we can have or not have. I know we pay for it. Well, I pay for it. So
Can you bring in your own chef? Can you bring in Jose Andres?
he can tell the kitchen, teach them a little bit what to do, but I think their cooks have to do it. I'm not sure.
It's a
What
great
you
problem to
should
have.
do is you should, in true Spanish tradition, you should start the dinner at like midnight. Get everybody super tired.
Listen, true
Wait 'em
Spanish
out.
tradition, the dinner would start, I was going to say 9, but that would be a little early for a lot of people. in
Yeah.
Spain. We do. I mean, it's probably one of the only countries where you start dinner one day and you finish the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great problem to have, though. Masters champion have to figure out a
I don't
dinner
know
for
if a
everyone.
couple of guys that attend that dinner would make it that late.
Dinner
Myself
slash
included, I'm not
breakfast.
gonna lie.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
usually asleep at 9:30, man. I wouldn't be making it that late.
I did have a question about the Masters. The first hole, the double bogey. I think I tweeted. I was like, "Thanks for coming out, John."
You did?
See ya. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
having that happen though, were you like, I mean, I guess it's a testament to your mental strength as a golfer. Does that faze you at all? Or are you like, no, it's a 4-day tournament. I'll be fine.
Listen, if you're going to make a double bogey, right, might as well be either the first hole of the tournament when you have 71 holes to make it up, or like Scotty did the year before, do it on the last hole when you already know you've won and you can afford to do it, where it's technically inconsequential, right?
Right.
So, at that point, the funny thing is I hit all those putts the way I wanted. It was just a lack of judgment on the speed and misread on it's too many putts, but out of those 4 that I hit, the 4th one went in. The 2 short ones were just misreads. I hit them good. I can't really say anything else. And that's what I told my caddy, I'm going to the next tee. And I've always said, I've told a few people this in a few more podcasts. If you're standing on the 7th fairway at Augusta National on the front 9, right, at even par, and you've hit the fairway, I think you're in a really good spot. And that's what I had in mind. And funny enough, I was even standing on that fairway, made birdie in 7, then made the great eagle on 8, and kind of the run when, took off after that.
Well, there's also a part of your Masters Championship that you don't know that you should probably thank us, our producer, Hank, who's not here today. So we all bet on Brooks. And on Saturday during the rain delay, he was like, should we schedule Brooks to come on Sunday night? So he pretty much jinxed him. So that opened it up for you, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I apprioate it.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with
no
your incredible play.
Well,
it was the jinx. Yeah.
How much of it was the jinx, and how much of it was just God raining and causing a delay?
On what? Because Brooks didn't have to play through the rain, so he got to post 2 scores before the bad weather.
Yeah.
My wave, I had to play Friday 9 holes and a lot of wind, and then finish the round out on the rain the next day. Mm-hmm. So
hardest Masters champion ever.
No, I don't think so. There's been a couple situations like that. I think Tiger told me very similar fashion on 2005. They played 54 holes on the weekend.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot of golf.
That's
way too much golf.
Yeah, I know. So there's been other weeks. Like the year Sergio won, it was a really windy Masters as well. There's been some tough ones. Obviously, this one in recent memory because of how cold it was.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, it was freezing in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can make the claim to the greatest golf shot of all time at Augusta. Maybe in the history of golf.
I can?
Yeah, on the hole-in-one that you had where you skipped across the water.
Yeah.
That's the best golf shot that'll ever be hit.
It's a lot of luck, but thank you. Yeah.
No, but I mean...
It's all luck, though.
So every time I hit a ball into the water now, I think, well, I might Jon Rahm it. I might just keep skipping and go in the hole. You're never out of it. But that was truly like one of the most incredible feats of... I don't know. It was like physics. I don't know how you did it.
It's the one and only time I've hit the green doing that. Actually, I think it's the only time I've gotten it out of the water doing that and actually goes in.
Yeah. What's the strategy? How do you
no
hit
spectators.
That? Yeah. How do you hit that when you're stepping up to it? What are you trying to accomplish? Just hit it low? Is there any spin?
Yeah. So you kind of have to pick what you think is going to be best and how the ball's going to react. So actually, you can curve it in the water because the spin of the ball will make it bounce one way or the other. But they've actually changed where we hit it from. It used to be a more uniform slope, where you could hit it harder and get a bigger bounce. Mm-hmm. And now it's a bit flatter and then steeper slope, so you can't quite get the same angle.
Yeah.
So they changed it since then because, we've done it so many times they had to renew that area of the course. But
they Rahm-proofed it.
Yeah.
No. They just had to do it because we were getting dangerously close to at one point somebody ending up in the pond.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You might want to see that happen. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, I would want to see that. I have a very dumb question. Do you ever surprise yourself with your strength? Do you ever hit a shot and you're like, man, I'm strong? Because you are strong.
No, there's a lot of people that hit it way further than I do.
But you're strong.
Well, I'm bigger than the average golfer.
Right. But I just see sometimes you hit shots, I'm like, damn, he's strong.
No.
Okay, all right.
No,
I told
really.
you it was a dumb question.
No, because like you play with Rory, who I'm taller and heavier than, and he hits it way harder than I do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in golf, you can't really do that. There's a lot of players out there that are not. It's like the lanky like pitchers, right?
Yeah.
You get the string bean that just gets on the mound, throws 103, and you're like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's true.
It's
like
the same
Tim
thing.
Lincecum, yeah.
It's the same exact feeling. So you can't really. This game humbles you way too quick, so you can't get up there on just hitting a hard shot.
Okay, well maybe this weekend think about it once when you hit one. Just be like, man, I'm strong.
If you could hit the ball,
if I'm thinking about that, it's because the round is not going good and I need some positivity.
If you could hit the ball as far as Rory, how good would you be at golf?
The old Michael Block.
Oh.
Yeah. I would be better than you. I'd be better than Rory if I could hit as far as Rory.
Oh man, that comment did not age well for him.
No, that
unfortunately.
was tough. Yeah, he was living.
He
the
was
hype
feeling
after.
himself a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. He had a nice little moment there.
Listen, he probably, I think he averages about 10 years more than me. So yeah, it would be great in some holes to have a shorter club in. But
Yeah.
you know, this game, there's so many variables. It doesn't mean you're going to be better.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of variables, like you're known for your compact short backswing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a benefit for you? And I know that you had to learn how to hit the ball that way because you were born with was it a club foot?
Mm-hmm.
So you had to learn how to hit the ball that way. The fact that your backswing is so short, there are fewer things that can go wrong in it, right?
In theory, yeah. My wife, my wife is a tennis player. She always compared it to Andy Roddick's serve. He was also like short and quick, and yeah, I mean the shorter the length of the swing, technically, the less time for things to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just my biomechanics, right? I mean, just what I had on my right foot growing up. It's just kind of how I had to swing it. I could do a full turn, but because that ankle doesn't have the mobility, I lose all stability and I can't hit it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When I was younger, I actually had a very long swing trying to, hit it like John Daly, like strong and way overdone, and I couldn't hit it anywhere. And he took one smart enough swing coach to say, hey, you kind of just hit your growth spurt, you're big, maybe just put it in play and figure out if you can actually be good at golf. And ever since, I've had that 3/4 feeling swing.
So one of the craziest parts about golf is how it's like ever evolving, how your swing coach, even Tiger, when he reinvented his swing, have you had to reinvent your swing, or do you think that will ever happen?
I don't see a way in which right now I can make a drastic change. Like
Right.
the biggest change will be that, right? Like maybe trying to get me to go to parallel and perfect plane, but I don't think I'll become a better ball striker that way.
Right.
So maybe it'd be other parts of the game where I could try to change that you wouldn't talk about as much because it's not as noticeable. But I believe more in like putting in the work every day instead of like drastically changing one day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's many ways to win golf tournaments, and if you're comfortable with what you can do, a lot of you might be able to accomplish certain things. Like if I do a drastic change right now, Tiger had the ability to go through those changes and maybe not have a good year, but then after that 1 year go off.
Right.
Which I don't think anybody's ever really been able to do besides him.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's got to be it's got to be frustrating if you're at the top of your game, it's not quite good enough, and then you have to reinvent your entire swing from the ground up. It feels like taking a massive step backwards, and you have to have confidence that it's going to work out.
I do think a couple of his changes were due to injuries.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not, I'm just making this up, but it
Yeah.
could be, he had a lot of surgery, some knee issues, so he had to adapt his swing to what his body could do, right? And even what he did again after his back fusion when he won the Masters, I mean, he was hitting it completely different to what he could do when he was younger, and he was still able to win the Masters.
So during that Masters, you're competing against Tiger Woods. Is there a part of you that's rooting for Tiger Woods to win the Masters because it's going to be so awesome?
Once I'm done and out of contention, yeah.
Yeah.
Up until then, no. I mean, you want to win. I played with him the first 2 days that tournament, and it was quite impressive to see a bit of the, not really the old Tiger, but a bit of the glimpse of the magic, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, but no, I mean, it's great to be a part of it and see the Tiger effect on the golf course. But no, I mean, I'm not really rooting for anybody else.
Yeah.
Are you super? I know you are super competitive. Are you competitive against other people, or are you competitive more against yourself? Like trying to play the best Jon Rahm round that Jon Rahm can play.
Both. It's a bit of both. You can't really affect, like, what I do shouldn't be affecting you on Thursday through Saturday, really, right? Like you're really competing against yourself. It's maybe down the stretch on a Sunday where your actions can take into effect what other people end up doing depending on how everybody's playing. So it's a bit of both.
Yeah. What's the one piece of your game that you work on more than people realize? Like the one that maybe it's not a struggle for you, but the one that you have to put in the extra effort that people, watching on Thursday through Sunday are like, oh, Jon Rahm's just the perfect golfer.
I wouldn't
Because
know
that's
what to
how we
say.
see it.
I
Yeah.
No, I think, it's tough to say because I spend a lot of time on everything, right? I think because of the cards I dealt growing up, I was dealt physically growing up, I spend more time warming up than before I show up to the range than most people think.
Mhm.
Like some people can get off the plane, go to the tee and hit it. I wasn't blessed with that. Like my right ankle just can't move, and it would take me a while to warm up. Like I could play, but not at a high level. So my routine before I get to the practice tee might be a little bit longer than the average. But that's the things that you don't see on the golf course for anybody really. for golf, I'm pretty even throughout. Like, I think I spend more time putting than I think people realize. But again, that's something you don't really see.
Yeah.
You don't see what we're doing at home, right? So
right.
It's
crazy.
It's hard to tell. It's just hard to say, right? Like when you think, like the comment that always kills me in sports is, "Oh, he's bad at this. He's clearly not working on it." That it's probably the opposite. You're probably spending a lot of time trying to fix something.
Right. You're overworking on it. Yeah.
No, not over, but like a small little change, right? Like the numbers might not always reflect an improvement. How about that? If that makes any sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Right. So we have all these guys that are full on stats and this guy last year was 155th and this year is 145th. He needs to keep working on this. Well, maybe he is working on it. You just have no idea.
Right.
Right. And then 4 years later, bam, that same player's 20th doing something. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take some time for it to pay off. You went to Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
How awesome was that? Just how fun is
I'm
Arizona
gonna tell you
State?
right now, it was great, but probably not on the tone you're implying.
Arizona State. It seems like a really fun school to go to.
I did not.
Know what tone
I didn't
am I implying?
turn 21 until
like
basically I had like 6 months left, not even. So
yeah,
it was a lot of fun, but I didn't get to experience what a lot of people think of ASU.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not gonna lie, I got deathly scared when I came early on. Like, I mean, Spain, when it comes to minors drinking, they're like, obviously you have rules, but it's not like the worst thing that could happen was they would just call your parents and maybe take you home.
Right.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Right.
Over here, if you're just holding a beer down the street, and even if you're over 21, it can be an issue.
If
like
you're on scholarship.
MICs, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah.
You can you have fun in this country? Like,
Yeah.
like that was so.
Yeah.
The first few years, I was very scared of
Yeah.
doing anything, and then you kind of learn a little bit and open up, right? But I also had the language barrier early on, trying to get used to a different culture, different, let's say, unwritten rules about what you can or cannot say in conversation, right? I mean, it's a lot to get used to and be able to enjoy.
Yeah. All right. So a couple last quick questions. I know you got to run. For Shinnecock for the U.S. Open, I saw you driving a Porsche, maybe a Porsche, really small car. How'd you fit in that?
No, it was a C class, I believe. In
Okay.
Shinnecock.
Okay.
Well,
you drove right by, and I was like,
I do
wait.
fit. I'm in 6'3". I can fit in most cars. Most
that's
cars,
it.
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. That was a dumb question.
I think once you get to the 6'5s is when you start getting, maybe I can't fit in those.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I still have that.
Yeah.
But no, Mercedes, luckily, they're the sports cars have quite a bit of room.
Yes.
Germans on average are tall.
Yes. All right. What about Lucas Glover last week, Memphis Heat? In your game prep, are you thinking maybe about what color pants you're going to wear? Because things could get dicey.
So the only thing you could do to not see is black pants. And there's no way in hell you're wearing black pants.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
No, I mean, I remember, I think it was my Saturday round. They weren't white pants, but they were like cream color, and you're not thinking about see-through stuff. But it was on like the 6th hole where I looked down and I had black underwear, and I'm like, okay, you can clearly see the outline. But it wasn't. Then you see other people on the group. I'm not paying attention. I look at somebody at one point putting, and I'm like, well, he's got the same issue. I think he had similar pants to Lucas
the
had.
CBS was also following him very closely.
But I mean, it's what was it, 94 with 90+% humidity. I mean, it's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, it was insane.
I wish we had like. Well, yeah.
You could
like
maybe
same
change
shorts,
the 9. Yeah.
What? In 2 minutes later, it's going to be soaked already.
That's true.
It's in other sports, their clothing's made for sweat. Like when you're playing football, that's made for that. Basketball, other things, right? Baseball as well. Ours, they're not always. A lot of the brands are not made for that type of condition.
I'm saying like you got the live merger going on. Maybe you share, you cross pollinate a little bit. You adopt some of their rules. Maybe you're allowed to wear shorts now.
Yeah.
You still have sweat on those shorts.
That's true.
Yeah,
that wouldn't change. I think it's more, maybe we need to talk to somebody to make a little bit
Get
more.
a gold bond sponsor. Yeah. Some medicated powder.
Shorts. But that, I mean, it wasn't only Lucas. I think it was a lot of people.
It was everyone. It was everyone.
Yeah.
All right. I have one last question. It's a Roback question. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE. Use it in the store. You get Roback Q-Zips, polos, hoodies. I'm wearing it right now. Can you rate my golf swing real quick? And then I think PFT has one last question too.
Well, Max Homa is the swing rater, right?
Yeah. But you just tell me what you think. Watch it. I've been working on it a lot.
How long have you been playing?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
but I've been working on it a lot. You tell me what you think.
You're not serious.
What?
I already know. We
No.
didn't even hit it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I piped it. Are you serious?
You
That's
got
power.
the slow-mo.
Piped. You hear me say piped?
Wait, this is serious?
Yeah, that's my swing. What do you think?
That setup is not your real setup.
Have you ever thought about locking your legs?
That
for more
setup is
power?
not your real setup.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Big Cat was born without ACLs.
I
and
shot
this
a
is how
set-
he's
yeah.
Wait, so
accommodated.
no.
I shot a
Seriously? Is that
I shot a 72 at Shinnecock once. I think you actually needed that score to make the cut.
I did because
Yeah,
I did not.
so-
No, I would have definitely needed it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. Besides the knee lock, which I still don't believe is true, everything else is good.
Yeah.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's just yeah. I mean, that ball you hit it good. It goes
Straight
high.
piped.
Yeah, I
Piped.
mean, you're probably leaving about 40 yards over there in the tank because you're refusing to use your legs for some reason. But besides that, no, it's on plane. It doesn't look bad at all.
Okay, thank you. That's Jon Rahm approved. Did you have one last question?
Yeah. I want to talk about real quick the famous fortune cookie. The fortune cookie that you opened in 2013?
Oh yeah, I this came up. I don't even remember it.
Yeah, so I was wondering about it. So you tweeted out in 2013, "I'm going to win the Masters," and
Yeah,
because you had a
someday I
fortune-
guess. Yeah.
you had a fortune cookie that said like your wildest wishes will come true. I was going to ask you if you thought about that fortune cookie and about that tweet, and thinking like you're walking down the 18th at Augusta, thinking to yourself, "I bet you I'm going so viral right now for my 2013 tweet."
I can't stress enough how far gone from my memory that was.
Yeah.
Like when they showed it to me, I did not believe it was me who posted that.
That's incredible.
Right now, like I did have, if you follow more tweets, I think there was about a 2-week stretch that I walked by Panda Express after class every single day, right? So like for 2 weeks, I think every day for lunch I had Panda Express and had a fortune cookie. I don't think that's the only one I posted because I do remember, I don't know, he used to work for ASU. I don't know if he still does. His name is Doc Tamaro. He did a lot of social media for ASU and he responded like something like that. Like, maybe you have a bit of an obsession with Panda Express. You should lay off.
It's
And
good.
I guess one of my tweets was that. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I walk by it every day. I just figure it out and go get some orange chicken for lunch. So
Well, to bookend the interview, what about Panda Express at the Masters dinner? Wouldn't that be
not a bad
perfect?
listen, if I were to go the fast food route, Panda Express would not make the cut.
Okay.
In-N-Out would probably be very high up there.
Okay, all right.
If
So-
I had to go that route.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I had to go that route.
Well, John,
I
thank
know
you so
JJ
much.
wouldn't approve of that, but
Yeah.
we've had the discussion.
He
Yeah.
posted a screenshot, by the way, of your group chat. He broke the code.
Yeah, he
You're
broke
not
the code.
supposed to do
That's
that.
the code.
That's not a good friend.
Yeah.
What do you do?
He posted a screenshot of your group chat that you had with
Of
him and
which one?
Zach Ertz.
What
When
text?
when he was saying like go out and play well and stuff like that for the Masters.
Oh, what Zach said before the round?
Yeah, but
yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
post a screenshot
He
of
broke
the
the
group
code.
chat.
Oh, well, I made it public. I think at that point you're okay. I think it was like just because we had discussed that I was gonna make it public if I won, which is funny enough that happened. I think it was justified. But you gotta ask Zach that.
Just
Yeah.
keep your eye on JJ. He's a bit of a snake.
I think Zach is too much of a nice guy to maybe say anything to him.
Yeah.
If it was
Sure.
reversed, I think JJ might have said something.
Yes,
I'm not sure.
absolutely. Well, John, thank you so much. It's been awesome, man.
No, pleasure, guys.
Good luck this weekend, and we'd love to have you back on anytime our paths cross.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you, man. Jon Rahm was brought to you by our good friends over at Paramount Plus. AWLs, can you feel that? You feel that? It's almost that time of year. That's right. Mt Rushmore season's almost over. That means football is right around the corner, and Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to start your free trial today and stream your live local CBS game from week 1 on every single Sunday. Your Paramount Plus account also gives you an all-access pass to 24/7 NFL content all week long with CBS Sports HQ, Fantasy Football Today, NFL Slime Time, and more. And this season, Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the big one, Super Bowl 58, where history will be made and clutch genes will be formed before our very eyes. You can stream Paramount Plus on any device at home or on the go. Follow the road to Las Vegas as Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, and Sam Howell, and all the NFL's best try to take down Patrick Mahomes and the defending champion Chiefs. Another action-packed, unpredictable season of the NFL on CBS awaits, and it all kicks off September 10th, streaming live on Paramount Plus. If you're getting your apps together for NFL season, you have to have Paramount Plus. That's a football app. You need to know what your football apps are going to be this year. Paramount Plus is a football must-have app for football season. Stream the NFL on CBS Live on Paramount Plus. And now, here's Tyrrell Hatton.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is Tyrrell Hatton. I said that to myself about 1,000 times walking into the club today. Did I screw it up?
No, you actually said it right.
Okay, Tyrrell Hatton, pro golfer here at the playoffs in Olympia Fields. Great to have you on. Excited. We actually, can I tell you the backstory? We're not the biggest golf guys, right? We like watching all the majors. We like playing. Our producer Hank, who's a diehard golf fan, all he does is golf. When we were deciding who we were going to interview, he specifically said we had to have you on the show. So that's how you came recommended from our producer.
Okay, so I'm under pressure then.
No,
Well,
I'm just saying
I think he wanted you on the show because you're. Is it fair to say you can be the bad boy of golf?
No, I mean, well, I get frustrated and I'll swear and throw clubs, but I mean,
Like anybody else,
doesn't make you a bad person.
That's why I feel like you're the most relatable golfer. Maybe not the bad boy, the most relatable golfer out there.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always honest.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did read that you have a Lamborghini that's painted like the Joker. Is that true?
Well, yeah, that was a while ago though. Yeah, that was probably might have been like 5 years ago now though. But yeah, I had it wrapped purple. Originally had it wrapped in a matte black, so I kind of went from Batman to the Joker. But purple's my favorite color, so.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Isn't that the royal color? I think that's the royal family's color. I think that's the
king's
purple
the color of
I think that's because like when they bump their like leg into a coffee table, they all have hemophilia and they start bleeding. That's the purple. That's where it comes from. No, I'm sorry. That's a true story. I don't know if they taught you that in school.
No, I didn't learn much at school, to be honest.
So you are, I think, the most relatable golfer out there. You've dubbed yourself Head Case Hatton, and you said, I think the quote I read was you've judged your mental game as low as a 3 out of 10. What's been the arc there? Have you gotten better, you think, with your mental game, or is it still I'm just going to show my emotion?
I mean, I wouldn't say I've improved much in that sense. Yeah, I mean, I always get frustrated. That's just the person I am. And yeah, I'll show that. I think the important thing is for it to not really affect like the next shot, and for sure sometimes that does happen, but more often than not, I'll still be frustrated, but I've got a clear head and I know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So was it ever a situation where you were like, I have to stop, showing my emotion, and then you realize, wait, why am I trying to be someone I'm not? Like I should be who I am on the course. That's probably the best approach.
Yeah, I think there was a period where I tried to rein it in, but that wasn't a very successful period at reining it in or sort of playing decent golf. So that was a long time ago. Yeah, I just embrace who I am, I guess.
Yeah.
You got to be you. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people out there, when they play golf, they hit a bad shot and they do a lot of the same things that you do. Actually, my trick is if I play like 2 shots poorly in a row, I'm like, well, I need to have another beer, and then I'll just drink a beer. And then you reach that golden ratio where you're like, just buzzed but not drunk enough where it affects your game. Then you really start shooting well.
I mean, drinking and playing golf for me is brutal. We had a lads trip a month and a half ago, and I mean the standard of golf was horrific. But I mean we had a good time, which was that was the main thing. But yeah, the golf for me was pretty sad at some of the shots that were hit.
Yeah, I did see one moment where you got frustrated, and this is the part that I warned you about. Like, we might have to fight after this because we respect golf courses. We root for the course in tournaments. Mm-hmm. And at Augusta, you gave the middle finger to the course. You flipped off the course because you were so upset. Actually, that might be almost a sign of respect. It's like a worthy competitor to the course.
It's
so like
foe.
Inside you are 2 wolves. You got Matsuyama's caddy that bows to the course out of respect, and you that flips it off because you're like, okay, you got me on this one course.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the first one, and I don't think I'll be the last person to do that. But yeah, that was probably not my finest moment doing something like that.
I think who cares? Listen, that's that. You should show that. Also, didn't Augusta try to fight you? Didn't it, or injure you?
It started it.
Yeah, it started my wrist problem.
So the
yeah.
course
You broke
started
your
the
wrist.
fight.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's on the course.
Well-
the course threw the first punch.
You were self-defense, yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
would you like?
self-defense.
Yeah, right against the course.
Would you like to apologize to the course?
Don't.
No,
No.
Don't.
Okay.
not
Don't
going
ever
there.
apologize. I love it because it really is, when you're watching golf, there's obviously an air of like the rules, and I get it. But I think golf has grown in such popularity, and a lot of people like to watch it, and they like to see the emotions. And, you know, even when you guys play in Arizona and there's the whole where, you know, fans are going crazy, like that's sport. That's fun. So I like that stuff. I like when you show emotion.
Yeah, I mean that week in Phoenix is carnage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's fun. 16th hole is mega.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
mega.
it is.
It's so mega.
Definition of mega. What's
I
your
love
best
that.
shot? Have you ever gotten it very close to the? Because I would imagine. Walk me through it. In the 16th hole, for people who don't know, in the it's not the Waste Management anymore. What is it now? WM Open in Phoenix. If you don't go for the hole, you'll get booed. Does that get in your head when you step up there and you're like, I know what I should do, but I also don't want to get booed?
Well, I mean, I teed myself up for a roasting the first year I played it, because I think it was on the Saturday. They pushed the tee forward, so it was like 110 yards, so it was really short. And decided to get the crowd to make loads of noise, and then I hit a sand wedge to like 40 foot, and just everyone booed.
Yeah.
And I fully deserved. Horrific golf shot. Like, horrible. I wanted to just bury myself, but that was a bad moment. If you're gonna boost the crowd up, you need to hit a good shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was not a good time.
You
to
should
hit
have
a
like
bad
chugged
one.
a beer right after that. That's the only thing, or take your shirt off.
No, I mean it was just head in my hands and kind of try and drown out the booing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite hole? I think that's probably my favorite hole.
Yeah. I think
On
it's
that
mine.
course.
Yeah, no, just in general in
general.
golf, because you got the stadium seating, you got like 40,000 drunk bros from Scottsdale in the stands. Like, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. Is there a hole that you look at and you're like, yeah, I love that hole?
Well, I mean the 16th there is unique. There's no other hole like it that we would play throughout the rest of the year. You do definitely have a bit more adrenaline when you stand on that hole. But I think, like, as we're just talking about it, like that one sticks in the
Wrong
memory of
answer.
being-
The correct answer is the next one.
Yeah, the next hole.
The next hole is always the most important hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agree
working on the
to
mental game.
disagree.
trying to bump you up to 3.5 out of 10 on the mental
All right.
game.
Yeah. Now, in terms of the caddy relationship, how does that work with your caddy? Does he ever say to you like, "Hey, calm down," or like, "Don't react this way," or does he know like, I just gotta let him be himself?
For the most part, he'll just like leave me to it, and then I think once he's probably sick of listening to what's coming out of my mouth, then he'll just tell me to rein it in and focus on the next one.
Yeah.
He'll let me be for a period, but he'll, once he's had enough, he'll say something.
That's it.
And your dad's your swing coach, right?
Yeah.
So how does that work? Are you allowed to get mad at him if he isn't doing his job well? Is that an awkward relationship? Like, you have to go back to your dad at some point and be like, "Come on, Dad, I need more help."
Well, yeah, I mean, it has its awkward moments, I guess. But he's been my coach since I was 10. So we've been on quite a long journey.
I guess you could say
together.
he's done a good job.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I think that there's times where it's more challenging, mainly because I'd be quite frustrated on the range, and then it's not so much that you're almost looking for like a magic answer, and there kind of isn't one. It's just a case of some days your like, rhythm or your swing's just slightly out, but all the positions that you'd expect to see when you're swinging it well, you're hitting those spots, but you're just not there rhythm wise, and it's just a I guess it's why it's one of the most frustrating games you can play.
So in terms of golf, like when we talk to starting pitchers in baseball, we'll always have the question of like, do you know the second you step out there, like today's the day, today is my day? Do you know the minute that you hit the range before a round, you're like, everything's coming easy to me, or it's going to be a struggle?
Yes and no. I think when you're going through a phase of playing well, naturally, then it feels easier. And even just, but it is a mad game. Like you can have a warm up on the range and you don't miss a shot, and you get out on the golf course, and for some reason you're trying to do exactly the same thing, but you basically can't hit a golf shot.
Right.
And you end up shooting a bad score, and then, I mean, I've had it plenty of times where I've had a shocking warm up, and I'm raging going to the first tee. I stand on the first tee, straight down the middle, and you're kind of off and running, and you go and have a decent day.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just, it's mad.
What's the hardest part of the mental game in golf? Because like for me, and I'm not a pro golfer, I don't know if you knew that. It's like holes like 11 through 17. I'm like, I just want to go home. Do you ever have that where it's like, this is long, like this is a long time?
Yeah, you can have that on a Friday afternoon when you're basically missing the cut, and you just.
Oh yeah, that probably sucks.
Yeah, if someone was like, look, you can just go in, you'd probably just take it.
Withdraw, yeah. Yeah.
Fake an injury. That's what I would do.
Sure.
No.
Start doing this with your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm an expert at that.
what is the most difficult thing that maybe the average fan doesn't realize in terms of the mental game or even the swing game?
I think one of the hardest things mentally really is when you've on a Sunday, and you see it every week. Guys that are going out in the last few groups, you've got a chance to win the golf tournament if you go have a decent day. And there's always one or two guys that have a bad Sunday, and that's it's a frustrating place to be because you're trying your best, and things just aren't happening. Like you can hit good golf shots to say 5-6 feet, whatever, and then you lip out the putt, and it's just not going your way, and you have to keep trying your best, and it's like deflating because you've done all the hard work at the start of the week to get yourself in position. You carry on playing well, and it just doesn't really work out. I think that's always hard.
That's a good answer. So how many shots in a round would you say you need a little luck?
Well, probably like half of them, really.
Really?
Yeah, certainly. Certainly when you get around the greens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a little bit of luck,
right?
Certainly for putts to drop and things like that. And days when you're hitting good putts and they're lipping out, but you have to try and trust that process and keep doing the same thing, and it doesn't work. But then there's other days where it's going your way and you might not hit like as good a putt, but then it will bobble in, and it keeps your momentum going, and you keep sort of riding that wave. So yeah,
luck. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that luck does play a big part.
Would you rather be lucky or good?
Ooh.
Both help.
Yeah.
I'd rather be lucky.
I would rather be lucky.
If you're lucky all the time, then you're actually good.
Mm-hmm.
So you get best of both worlds. But you can be good and not lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the Ryder Cup coming up. We're mortal enemies. You've competed in it twice. Is it coming home? Do you feel confident?
I hope so. Well, I think for the guys that played at Whistling Straits, that will be on the team in Rome, you have that added motivation. I mean, they're amazing weeks anyway. I've been fortunate to play the last two, and I loved both weeks. I think Whistling Straits was a shame because because of COVID, European fans couldn't travel, and then you don't have that. I guess that, when any sporting event, you've got the home and away end, and you've got the back and forth. It was just so heavily one-sided support for the US team, and
we're a good sports town. We show up to support our golfers.
Yeah, I mean the support that the guys had that week was amazing for them. It made it a little bit more challenging for us, but we knew if it was quiet on the golf course, we were doing our job because.
So the U.S. fans won it for the United States, is what you're
pretty
saying.
much.
No, not really. I mean, ultimately the US team played amazing, and fully deserved to win. There's no doubt about that. I just think home support goes a long way, and I think that will play a big role in Rome.
Yeah. Is there a different mindset going into a competition like that as opposed to, on the PGA Tour, you go out there, you're trying to play for yourself. It's an individual game. And then you got the team formats and the Ryder Cup. In terms of preparing and like the mental state that you get in going into a round, what's the difference between the two?
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same things. All you can do is go out there and try your best. But you're not just playing for yourself at the Ryder Cup. You're playing for your teammates, family that are there. You've got and all the support, the fans that are out there following you, and everyone kind of watching back home. It's a lot bigger than yourself that week, and I think that shows in the emotion that you see that players have with holding a putt and the responses that the crowd sort of give, like when you hit a shot into the green, and the cheers that you get. It's you get goosebumps when you're on the first tee. Yeah,
that's great.
It's amazing.
It's a great competition. Here's a hard question for you: which would you rather have accomplished? You win the Ryder Cup, England wins the World Cup, or Liverpool wins the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League in the same season?
You don't care about the FA Cup, right?
I mean, they all count.
But if it's the Triple Crown, then that's nice, right?
What is the Caribou Cup or something?
Caribou Cup, that's elite. That's an elite.
Carabao Cup.
Yeah, that one doesn't matter.
That one.
Yeah.
I mean, selfishly, I would like for Europe to win the Ryder Cup.
Okay. All right, wow, so you just made it so that Liverpool's going to have a terrible season. That's on you.
Well, yeah, I'll take that.
Do you get to watch a lot of Liverpool games?
Yes and no. Being over here in the States makes it a lot easier to generally watch the games because you have them on TV.
Right.
Like the Saturday kickoff, the 3:00 kickoff in the UK, they don't show the games. So being over here in the States, it's always on TV. So tea time permitting, I'll try and watch the game.
Yeah. All right, so I have one last question. It's a Roback question. RHOBACK.com. Use promo code TAKE. I'm wearing it right now. Roback.com. Promo code TAKE. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, everything. Roback.com. What was the conversation with your fiance after she banged the porta potty? So for people who didn't see, you were in your backswing and a porta potty door closed.
Yeah.
And you were pissed because you're like, what the hell? And it was your fiance. So
yeah, that was at the Italian Open. Yeah, there was no one, no fans really that week. So Emily, my wife, bless her, was walking around, then fiance, and yeah, she went to the Portaloo, and as she was coming out, she saw a massive spider on the door. So she basically like shit herself and jumped out the way of the door, which happened to then slam as I was
in your backswing,
basically at the top of my backswing. So that's the background. So you've got some context of why she slammed a toilet door on my downswing.
Now, and your reaction, you were like, "What the hell?" And then how quickly were you like, "Uh oh"?
No, so I was like, so I kind of started laughing. I looked up and obviously saw her straight away, and yeah, so that's why I.
It's good you saw her. Could you imagine if you'd like flipped out and then that would have been uncomfortable at home later that night?
You tell the tournament, like, kick that person out.
I know. Wow. I mean, she was the only person standing there, so it's not like most weeks over here when you've got thousands of people walking around and you kind of that sort of noise goes on a lot and it doesn't really affect you too much. But when it's Yeah, when you've got one person stood on the side of the fairway and they
Yeah.
happen to do it on your downswing, you notice it more.
Did you see the spider? Did you confirm that there was a spider there, or was
No.
that? So she might have just been
She could
saying,
be lying, but
yeah. That's a good lie, though.
yeah, it's a very good lie.
Yeah. I actually have one last thing. Can you rate my golf swing? Can you just give me any tips or anything? I piped this one, just no spoilers, but I piped it. What do you think?
Oh, look at that move. Straight legs.
Yeah.
Okay. Why the straight legs?
It's just, that's where I get all my power.
And then you've got anchors on.
Yeah. I piped
What
that
shoes
one.
you wearing?
Those, I lost my golf shoes, so those were just tennis shoes.
Okay. Yeah, you look
What'd you
like
think?
you're pretty well. You're locked in on the ground.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you anchor yourself. I
Yeah,
don't know if you know
you're-
that. Your dad might not have taught you that.
Yeah, well, to be fair, when he swings a golf club, he's got his anchors on as well. He doesn't move. He doesn't move his feet. But
You think I got something?
I would suggest that you start off all right because you got your knees bent,
Yeah.
and then you go,
And then you get to the
you-
lock
you-
position.
Yeah, you
it's a
lock
process.
it out. Yeah.
I
Maybe-
don't listen. I'm not going to criticize your process.
No, well, maybe you should just keep your knees bent, and then allow your feet to move as well. That might help you a little bit.
It makes people very mad when I post those. They get very upset online. So
It was hard. It was hard to watch.
yeah, it's a little painful for me too. I'm not gonna lie.
People still like criticize your golf swing. Like just random people on Twitter, they give you advice out of nowhere.
I mean, you get the odd message of people saying
crazy.
things, but I mean, it's easy when you're sat on the sofa, right?
Yeah.
I love doing the thing. You just step up to the ball and you're like, okay, golf Twitter roast my swing, and then you just put in slow mo and you never swing, and so they have to watch like a 30-second video of you not swinging. It's
good.
great.
Yeah.
Just get back at them a little bit. Fire back at the losers.
Yeah,
Less time on social media, the better, though. I think.
I'd agree.
Probably
yes.
right.
Unfortunately, it's our job, but I'd agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll turn into us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Tyrrell, thank you so much. Good luck this week. It was great having you on. We're rooting for you.
Not in the Ryder Cup though.
Yeah, not in the Ryder
That's
Cup.
fine.
No.
I'll allow that.
We hope you lose. And I listened. I heard that excuse like, "Oh, our fans couldn't come." That was an excuse. That's bulletin board material.
Take it as you wish.
We're gonna send the entire state of New Jersey is going over to Italy. It's gonna be like Jersey Shore season 2.
Yes.
And we're gonna be in your face.
All the Italians going
Yep.
home. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck rest of the year.
Thank you.
Good luck. Tyrrell Hatton was brought to you by Chevy. It's Silverado summer. Think of all the possibilities, from off-road adventures to DIY projects, hardcore work. Silverado has the capability and technology to make this summer your best one ever. Summer's here. What better way to take advantage of all that it has to offer than with the Chevy Silverado? It's a great truck for tailgating, by the way. Fantastic tailgate truck. With 9 different Silverado models to choose from and engines that range from the powerful Turbo Max to the 9.2-liter V8 and the Duramax diesel, you can count on Chevy power and performance to get anything done. Like many of you, we've been hitting the road a lot lately. It seems like everywhere we go, there's an army of Silverados and Silverado owners. Shout out to all of you. Game recognizes game. We love you. If you own a Chevy, if you own a Silverado, that's a football guy's truck. Head to Chevy.com. Check out Silverado and all the Chevy trucks, the official trucks of Pardon My Take.
Okay, Mount Rushmore time. What are the standings?
They are very close, if not to even. I believe you guys are up 1 point, and then our 2 teams are tied. Or Hank and Max. Let me double check.
I mean, we do this segment every time.
I know.
It's gonna come down to the end.
Big Cat PFT, Jake Billy 23, Hank Max 22.
Okay, so
Sorry.
we're gonna do. It's okay. Mount Rushmore. I expect better out of you. If you do that again, you have to listen to the entire "Do We Care If Obama Is Gay" space back all night.
Deal.
Okay, that's accountability.
Mm-hmm.
That is, it's accountability.
Yeah.
Okay, Mount Rushmore of ways to waste money. Ways to waste money. Who has the first pick?
You guys are first. Me and Billy are
Okay.
second.
Okay, so Jake,
Hank and Max third.
I heard that you had trouble getting in touch with Billy today for
I
this Mount
double texted
Rushmore.
and it worked out.
It worked out. He did
double
contribute.
texted.
So this is Jake and Billy, a true Jake and Billy.
Yep.
Memes not involved. Okay.
PFT. What do we want to do with our 1-1?
I like our 1-1
Yeah.
that we have on the list.
Yeah.
I also like the second one that that I sent you in that text, and then yours. So I'll let you call.
Wait, what is the second one you sent me in the text?
The most recent two texts that I've sent you.
Most recent 2 texts I sent you. Wait, the first one or the second one?
They're all good. Pick one of those.
Okay. Buy a boat.
Yep.
Buy a boat. Good way to waste money. What are the 2 happiest days of a boat owner's life? The day they buy it, the day they sell it.
Mm-hmm. It's always way better to have a friend that has a boat than to actually have a boat yourself.
Yeah. This is a joke I've heard on the golf course. I would never say it, but I've heard people say it. The 3 Fs. If it fucks, flies, or floats, lease it.
That's good. I like that. I like that.
I would never say that joke.
Another golf course joke. You know what they call a boat? It's just a hole in the water that you throw money into.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah. We should do golf course jokes, Mount Rushmore golf course jokes.
Oh,
Probably wouldn't work well.
Definitely.
Okay. You guys don't like that pick?
It's fine. I mean, it's not the most relatable pick, but it's fine.
Well, what do you mean relatable?
I mean, how many people are buying boats?
It's about Mount Rushmore wasting money.
Yeah, a lot of people don't buy a boat because they know it's a waste of money.
I mean,
too.
I wasn't going to say anything. You asked my thought on the pick. That's my thought on the pick.
All right, okay. Fuck you, dude.
We're going to go with not canceling subscriptions you don't use.
Oh,
Okay.
good one.
Yep.
Good one.
My
On the
strategy on this one is I just wait to lose my debit card somewhere, and then I get a new card, and then I have to opt back into all the old subscriptions.
I have so many fucking mindless subscriptions.
That adds up.
It adds up. It adds up. Okay.
Rocket money.
Max.
First one, bottle service.
Oh,
Okay.
good one.
Good one.
Yeah, it's always shocking how much bottles cost when somebody else pours
And
them
then
for
they
you.
bring out like the sparklers.
Was
That's
this
what
a
you're
Hank
paying
pick?
for.
Yes, this is a Hank. Hank is very worried.
Why?
I mean, he just keeps telling me to cook, and then
He
he's
just
like,
he
you have to
just
go
hovers?
by. He was like,
Yeah.
you have to go by this list.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to go by this list.
Okay.
All right, decent pick.
Next one, college.
Yep, good pick. We had that on our list too.
Good pick. Good pick.
But wait, Hank went to college and got a degree, and he can do everything.
How's that
no.
relatable to Hank?
And Hank got it. Got his
Hank was
job
smart.
because he
Hank-
was so good at college.
Hank's
college, it fucking stopped existing.
You also forget that this is a 2-man team that I also went.
That's
that
true.
I went to college.
That's true.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
Villanova alum. And
What-
and Hofstra attendee.
What percentage
Cup of coffee.
of your college classes do you think are relevant to your everyday life?
0.
Me, actually, a lot. But
What? Did you do this?
documentary filmmaking.
No
Oh.
shit.
How did we not know that?
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, I made a documentary.
Wait,
about,
can we?
How
what
come
was
it's-
your
what was it
thesis about?
I made a I did social justice documentaries. The first one
Max.
was about I went into jails and talk about people with like
Okay, that's a
who
good
had
one.
life
That's a
life
good
without
idea.
parole.
Yeah.
The second one was about the opioid epidemic.
Okay, that's
And-
not.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that was it.
So how come it takes so long for the golf videos to come out?
I mean, I
Opioids
spent
are
a year on each of those.
Yeah.
I spent my entire junior year on the first one and my entire senior year on the.
Well, you
second
spent your entire year on the Ryder Cup, so.
Well, I'm not doing the Ryder.
Oh yeah, we know you aren't because it hasn't come out yet.
I'm not doing it.
It's gonna be
Right. So that's why we're never gonna see it.
All right. Paintball. Oh yeah, paintball comes out tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, memes.
Yeah.
And the whole video's out now.
Yeah,
The whole video is out now.
Shout out Jake for eating a worm. I was
Shout
I
out.
was very
Yeah,
proud of
that
you for
rocked.
that.
that
Thank you.
shocked me. Jake,
Yeah.
to his credit, was like, you know what? I'm not really helping out with this hole.
Yeah.
Shocked Mr. Positions
do
couldn't
something.
get waist deep inside a hole, but he was like, I got to step up the content. I'll eat a worm.
And then in very Jake fashion, the next day when we did the Billy Food Challenge, saw a noodle on the ground. He's like, "That's grosser than the worm."
Yeah,
I stand by
What?
that.
Okay.
Our next pick. This is a Billy entry. I'm firing away with it. Going to a strip club.
Okay. Well, Billy, especially, we know how he
Yeah.
deals with strip clubs. He spends his entire paycheck there. Okay. Good picks. PFT, what should we do here? I think we should go with the one.
yeah. Number 11 on this list here.
Let's go with 8 and 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go first.
So Max is going to claim this isn't relatable, but I think it is very relatable. And I want to say that I don't see this as a waste, but it is a waste having kids.
Yeah.
is just
That's not
a
a
money
waste.
pit.
There's-
dude. It's a money pit.
You know how much money you have to spend on daycare?
dude,
It's shocking to
It's-
see how much.
that's fucking a
How
money
much do you think
pit.
you spent on toys in the last 5 years?
So much money. And here's the best part. If you buy a kid a toy, they play with it for about 5 minutes, and then they're like, I'm going to play with your fucking shoes or something that could kill me. They're like, oh, you know what's more fun than the Paw Patrol toy you got me? A pair of fucking scissors and a knife.
I wonder if I can fit this fork into the electrical.
Yeah.
Kids love
It's-
remote controls.
They love everything
Everything that you
that's
can touch
not
the
a
button.
toy. It's
Yeah.
it's without fail. They want to play with everything that is not a toy.
That's why I locked Chris in a crate with Blake.
Yeah.
That's where he stays.
All right, what do you think,
actually-
Max? Not relatable?
No. I mean, kids is relatable to
Okay.
way
Having
more
kids.
people have kids than have boats.
Yeah, but buying a boat is something everyone knows is a waste of money.
Yeah.
I don't have a boat, and I
Okay.
know it's a waste of money.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, having kids.
You should actually just adopt your kids when they're 17 years old. Spend way less money on them. And then
again,
send them off to your college.
I love my kids. I'm fortunate enough to have money, but it is. If I thought about it, it's shocking.
And then it's a double because you also get college. In that
Oh
one.
yeah.
So that's
oh
almost a
yeah.
double
We got
pick.
college in that.
Yep, double pick.
That's facts. And my daughter's wedding. So we got that too.
Yep.
Yep.
yeah, it's like a mega pick.
It is a mega
It's
pick.
a mega pick. Okay.
All right. Our next pick for biggest ways to waste money, signing James Harden to a contract.
Yeah.
So having James Harden
No,
work
that,
for
I wanna
you.
see your fat
no,
face.
that
I wanna
was a
see
great
your
pick.
fat
No, that
face.
was a great pick.
Thank you,
I
Max.
agree with that.
Thank
I
you,
agree
Max.
with that.
Thank you. Max,
But no,
Max,
you
tell me how
can't
much
see
you
my face. You can't
Max,
see my
James Harden
face.
to a new contract.
Sorry.
or
No,
a
just
Any contract.
just signing James Harden to a contract.
Signing James Harden to do anything.
Signing James Harden.
Yes.
Max, tell me how good that pick was.
I mean, it was great.
Talk to
That
us
was
dirty.
the
Love
best.
that pick.
Talk to
I-
us dirty. Tell us how fucking
Tell
good.
me how much you love that
fucking
pick.
good that pick was, huh?
You love
Would
that
you
pick.
titty fuck that
It was
pick?
a great pick.
Thank you.
No. Some guy, shout out to the guy on the street today that just said, you were right about titty fucking. Didn't even say hello. He just walked by me and was like, you were right about titty fucking.
You could probably titty fuck James Harden.
Yeah, true.
All
I
right.
fucked up my mic stand. I don't think I'm recovering. Okay, keep going.
All right. Our
I'm
pick,
never recovering from this.
Our pick is actually going to be in a similar category to you guys. We're going to go with continuing to pay Bobby Bonilla through 2035.
Okay.
It's a big waste
This
of
is
money.
a Ravel pick, Jake.
It's
I
a
have to
Ravel
say,
pick.
you took
It's a Ravel pick.
you took a
I
Ravel
love
pick.
the story,
It's
but
a
it
big.
is a Ravel
It's
pick.
a big way to waste money. A Major League Baseball team.
How much does he get paid though?
But actually
I think
not.
a couple million a
But
year.
So that's not that
It's
much
actually,
money.
It's actually, didn't they figure it out that like if you just use that money instead of paying Bobby Bonilla to invest with the guy named Bernie Madoff, you'll make way more.
Yeah, so it was a sound financial decision by the Wilpons.
I don't know. The
That
fact-
cash
You
is
gotta
more in
free
their
up your
pocket.
cash.
The fact
The
that they're still paying
returns are
him through
insane.
2035 is insane.
Good for Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for him, but
Yeah.
the Mets are wasting
But
money.
it doesn't change for inflation. does it not?
1.19 million.
No, it
on
doesn't
July
So
change.
it
30th.
actually is a decent deal with no change to inflation. How much was $1 million when he signed it?
I don't know, but it's
It was
still
a lot
No,
more.
but how much would today? Look it up.
Well, there's also no salary There's no salary cap,
What
so
did
they
he?
can do
When did
whatever
he
they
sign
want.
it? When did he sign it?
Uh,
When did he sign it?
every July 1st, 2011 to 2035.
2011 was when he signed it. Okay.
In 2000, the Mets agreed to buy out the remaining 5.9 million, and then 1.2 million for 25 years, starting July 1st, 2011, including negotiated.
So it would be
8%
one if it was with inflation, they would have had to pay 1.36 million instead of 1 million.
They're paying him another 12 years.
I know
worth
it's a
of
great
plays.
deal for him. I love it.
Yeah, for him,
I
but
love
the
the
Mets
deal
are
for him.
wasting money.
Okay. Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Next, we're going to go with crypto.
Yeah.
Okay, good pick.
Okay.
A lot of people lost a lot of money with crypto. Next one, you probably aren't going to like, gambling.
That's not true. If you're a bad gambler,
I mean, how much
I'm
money
not- I'm
have
not-
you wasted money gambling?
nope. Because I've made friends along the way, my friend. That's actually a terrible pick.
No, it's a great.
No,
pick.
it's actually a terrible pick because
No.
if yes, you lose money gambling, and I'm very open about the fact that I'm a loser, but I wouldn't trade it because I love it. And if you bet within your means, it doesn't hurt.
And Matt, just for the record, you would have said this last week, right? Before the news came out. Yep.
100% would have said it last
Good. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Interesting. Okay.
So we had a similar one for our last one. You guys tell me if you want to veto it. We had tailing Barstool employees gambling picks.
That is gambling.
That's kind of
Well,
mean.
no, it's not gambling. It's certified losing.
It's
So
kind of
it's
mean.
technically not gambling.
You cannot take
Right.
that pick.
Well, it's technically not gambling, is it not?
What? Gambling?
Gambling
Gambling
means there's
is not-
a chance you can win. If you tail us, there's no chance you can win.
Therefore, you're
Wrong.
wasting money.
Wrong. Nicky Smoke, 70%.
Yeah.
I did. The fucking can't lose parlay did win money last year. God damn it. I hate that everyone says that. Sorry,
Next-
I got a little triggered.
Next pick, Jake.
That was pent up
Is that a
Vanity
is that
Fair.
an
No.
official veto?
Yes.
It sounds to me like
I'm gonna let
like
it
you
stay.
took.
I'm gonna
No
let it stay.
way.
No, PFT
No
let it stay.
way.
It's a bad
This
pick.
is
Back to back,
bullshit.
This
is
no,
bullshit.
no,
each
no,
other's way.
no,
Yeah, no, good pick.
We're
I'm
letting
calling
it
Hank.
stay.
I'm calling
pick.
Hank.
No, we just voted.
No.
I'm calling Hank.
Yes, I'm calling Hank.
You're such a bitch.
Hank's drunk, face down in a sandbar right now.
No. Good pick. Good pick.
This is ridiculous.
good pick.
You don't think that's a good pick?
No, I
It's
think
the
it's a
same
great
exact pick. You literally just said it might be the same thing. Gambling
Well,
after gambling.
It's a bad pick because
What
one,
is- what is
the-
tailing-
one,
what is tailing
because
someone's pick?
The can't lose parlay ended up plus money last year. If we're talking about it on this show,
Right.
the 3.5 field goal bet hit at like 67%.
The
Plus
can't lose parlay
money.
won money.
That's what I just said.
You look at our Bolorama picks. I think the winner.
This
Hank
is
was
insane.
Like
If this stays, the
All right,
entire
fine.
sanctity of
We'll
Rushmore.
move. We'll veto.
Don't let him boss you around.
I mean-
Max, with Hank at not
No,
here,
this
Max
is
has
this is
such
another
boss energy that's bothering me.
gaslight.
I'm calling Hank.
I'm calling Hank. Okay, what's your next pick?
Our fourth pick will be ordering too much food.
Not really a waste. You'd rather have too much than too little.
I eat all my food.
We have experiences here on the show where we think we have bigger stomachs than we do.
Clean plate club.
Yeah, but sometimes
There's a way you could have worded that would have
Ordering
buying
too
too
much
many
food.
groceries.
Yeah,
that-
it's healthy.
Yeah,
I had that pick.
yeah.
It's healthy groceries.
Yeah.
I just literally I buy healthy groceries and throw it out.
I would have said going grocery shopping whilst hungry.
Yes, that
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
What should we do for our last pick?
We got a lot of good ones on the board here, Mr. Cat.
I like 16 and 18. This is another order.
Yeah, let's do 16.
Okay.
Which the first part of 16, 16A or 16B?
Wait, what do you have 16A, 16B?
Well, there's a slash in there.
Oh, yeah, I think we'd say both, right?
Hosting the World Cup or the Olympics?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, that's
world
fine.
events. Yes.
World events.
That's a big
Hosting
waste
world
of money.
events.
Hosting a massive world event. I think Qatar spent like $2 trillion or some bullshit hosting the World Cup. Great job by the Emirate. Went off without a hitch. But at the end of the day, they're going to have stadiums all around their country that are never going to get used again.
The Brazilian stadiums, like, they're all empty.
Have you seen the Chinese stadiums?
Yeah, it's awesome
with
to
a
look
swimming
at.
cube.
Yes.
They're like, I think wolves live there now.
Yeah, it's actually really badass. That's actually the only benefit is you get to watch it like cool. This is abandoned porn.
It looks like a scene from what was that TV show with the guy and the girl
Friends.
traveling across the country because of the zombies. Just came out. The man and Ron Swanson was a gay guy. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
that he was gay.
Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah. They look like a scene from The Last of Us when you watch the stadium get over
the best. Okay, good Mount Rushmore. What did we miss? I feel good about our picks.
Memes wanted to say OnlyFans.
Whoa.
Okay.
What do you mean? James? Go on.
What's your budget looking like?
What are you wasting on OnlyFans a month?
It's a waste of money. Porn's free.
Right,
That's a fair
how
point.
would you know it's a waste of money?
You see like a trapeze artist on Instagram explore, and you're like, all right, what's this all about? And then she's got her legs over her head, and she's going to work.
Yeah, I'll kind of take the counterpoint to that though, memes. At least if you're buying OnlyFans, you're paying the people that are providing you the service.
Yeah.
You're not giving ad traffic to some random company.
Right.
Okay.
Hardworking ladies.
Yeah.
I had betting in Iowa football over. Could probably do Wisconsin as well, but that's been in the news because there's players Even their own players were betting the under.
Any warranty, buying any warranty.
Yep.
Warranties are always a crock of shit.
Insurance and blackjack.
Yep. Same thing.
Good
yep.
one. Amazon impulse buys. I just do that all the time. We just see something on Amazon.
Yeah, but sometimes you end up liking those things, right?
Yeah, but it's a waste of money.
I have a taco holder that's shaped like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I bought 2 of them.
That sounds awesome.
You're right.
fuck
I had a
off.
claw.
It rocks.
I had a
Good
claw.
point, Max. Thank you, Max. You're right. I'm being a hater.
Yeah.
Mobile games
Yeah.
In-app purchases, I thought.
all
like,
the time.
Yeah.
like even
Like
if
an
you're
extra
playing
life
COD
on
and you
Candy
can get
Crush,
like the extra the different outfits or whatever.
Yeah. Shocked that Hank didn't take taxes.
Yeah. PFT and I have this one's maybe more not relatable to anyone but the two of us. Season tickets to a team you don't root for in a city you don't live in.
Yeah. Well, for the youngsters. It's for the youngsters.
Yeah, you guys are giving it away like good people.
And I-
it's not a
thank you.
waste.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
we're good people.
Thank you, Jake. No, Jake's right. This completely makes up for everything else we've ever done.
Yeah. Billy submitted cocaine.
Huh.
We
Did
had
he
drugs.
actually?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a waste.
We had drugs on
That's
there,
why
but then we
didn't
said
do
it was
'cause
too fun.
People
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also had dick growing pills.
Okay, Billy. Yeah. All right, so Billy's got strip clubs, cocaine, and dick growing pills.
Also,
Billy's
real-
the Lamar Odom
Yeah.
special.
Real trippy.
It sounds like one night.
Yeah.
It sounds like Billy had a rough night last night.
Yeah.
What else did we have? We had gym memberships,
Yeah. Billy had
taking
that
a submarine trip to go visit the Titanic.
Yep. Dogecoin. You guys got it. NFT.
Doge.
or
Crypto, yeah.
Crypto. NFTs, Bored Apes.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Wasting money on Secret Service agents in the early 60s.
Yep.
Might as well just throw your money away.
Our picks are so specific. Our 2 teams, and then theirs are so generic. I don't know if that's going to hurt or help. Hank and Max, they're all one-word answers except bottle service. And ours are like very specific. So I wonder
I
how
don't
that
think James Harden's that specific.
Yeah, I think
It's pretty well known. Just don't give him a contract.
Houston's a big city.
Yeah.
New York's a big city. Philadelphia's a big city.
Yeah.
We're hitting major markets here.
Also, we technically have strip clubs with James Harden as well.
That's true.
So we've double
Didn't
dipped
think about
everywhere.
that. Yeah.
Okay, great Mount Rushmore. Let's wrap up with Guys on Chicks. Before we do that, PFT, you got one last ad.
Yeah, before we hit Guys on Chicks, I want to talk to you about a new movie from Universal Pictures called Strays, coming out only in theaters August 18th. From the humans that brought you Cocaine Bear and 21 Jump Street, this R-rated dog comedy, that sounds awesome, stars Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Isla Fisher, and Randall Park. Reggie, a naive and eternally optimistic dog, is trying to find his way back home when he meets Bug, a street-smart stray that teaches him how great life can be when you're off the leash. Stray's unexpected humor takes what you think about dog movies and flips it on its head. This is not a dog movie for kids. What a great idea. We're putting out a dog movie, not for kids. Rated R for pervasive language, crude and sexual content, and drug use. Get tickets now for Strays in theaters August 18th.
Okay, let's finish up the show. Guys on Chicks. Who's reading?
That would be me.
Max and his boss energy.
That's
Matt?
not mean. Mean.
What?
What?
You say me?
I said mean.
Oh, it's mean or mean?
You have
You're
boss-
being mean.
Why does that mean to say that you have boss energy?
You do have girl boss energy right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
I guess that's not mean. Whatever.
No.
You're going to get a
that's-
write-up in Vanity Fair soon.
Yeah.
All right, we ready? Ready to go here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I think we introduced a segment about a minute ago, so probably.
Yep.
Hi, Big Cat, PFT, Hank, Memes, Jake, and Mr. Second Place.
Oh, that's you.
That would be me.
That's you.
Yeah, that'd be me. Second place.
Was
Yep.
that mean?
No, it's fine. That's fact. This dude I work with got super fucked up at a company happy hour and professed his love for me.
Oh.
He told me he wanted to marry me, and he always knew from the moment we met. How much he does or doesn't remember from that night is constantly changing. How much weight should a female put behind a drunk guy's words?
Wait. It's constantly changing. He remembers every single second of this.
He's been thinking about it nonstop ever since then, like, oh my God, I fucked up.
Anything that he's pretending is blurry is not blurry. He might not even been drunk. The guy was just horny as fuck. And he needed to jerk off. You should have just told him, ladies, if a guy professes his love for you and says that you want to get married, just simply say to him, go to the nearest stall and jerk off, you pervert. And they'll come back and they'll be a different person.
So what is this girl's question? She's like,
Are drunk words actually sober thoughts or no? Please
Yeah, this guy's
advise.
in love with you.
Yeah, he is
He's
desperately in love.
He's in love with you. Anytime a guy talks to you one-on-one at like a company party past midnight, just say no.
Yeah.
Just cut him
Say
off.
shh, shut your mouth.
No, shush him.
Shh. No, he jerks off to you. I'm just being honest. It's a problem. Tell him to stop. Tell him to go in the stall and maybe get him a subscription to OnlyFans. Not a waste of money, according to memes, but is.
All right. So I'm a woman, and I'll just cut to the chase.
That's how most women introduce themselves.
Got
This
girl
is definitely,
here.
definitely not a dude writing this question in.
Let's just do a social experiment. Any PMT, any AWL women, sound off in the comments in the YouTube section. I want you guys to announce yourself. How many girls listen to this show?
Ready for what's
Shout
next?
out the girls.
Yeah, let the women cook.
I watch a lot of porn.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
definitely,
definitely
yeah,
a chick.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
A lot of women freak the fuck out about their men watching porn. But I honestly have never thought about the opposite. Do guys get jealous when their women watch porn?
Good question, sir. I would say no. Probably every guy's like, that's awesome.
Is it?
Depends on what kind, I guess.
Well, because you're thinking lesbian porn.
I am thinking lesbian porn. I said that. I said my gay side was lesbian.
I think there's dicks in the porn that girls watch.
Is there?
Do they make
Okay, so it's
dick only? Like, do they make? Because the porn is usually the woman is the central figure in the shots, and all the angles are the woman.
I'm thinking.
Do they make like a dick shot porn?
like POV of like from the girl's POV?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Do they?
That would be. I
That
don't,
would blow my
I don't
mind.
even think that women would like watching that.
That would blow my. But what do they watch?
I hope that they watch porn of men with penises that are smaller than mine.
Yeah,
That would be awesome. Also very hard to find.
Also, women have it a lot easier because look, a guy uses a fleshlight and he's a pervert. A woman uses a vibrator and it's like that's what all women do. That's a double standard.
Yeah, I don't have a robot that comes into my bedroom and gives me hand jobs all the time.
We do it the old-fashioned way. So that's fucked up. They don't need porn. They have the vibrator, right?
Yeah, you guys have a leg up.
Right. Wow, the POV, is that a thing?
It's just like a guy just sweating and making weird noises.
And just feeling like you're so hot.
Yeah.
I'll fix the sink after this. I'll take out the trash.
You're way hotter than your friends, and all your coworkers are bitches.
Yeah. And also, yeah, your mother-in-law is I was gonna say it. I say your mother-in-law's a cunt. That's what I was gonna say. We could do that now.
Wait, but the guy that's boning her, that would be his mom. Or she's cheating on the guy.
Yeah.
With a guy that has an intimate understanding of her marriage and her in-laws.
And
Got
her
it,
in-laws.
got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Gets really into it.
Is there stepfather porn?
Should we write this?
Is there stepfather porn where it's like from the point of view of the stepdaughter?
Yeah, we should write this porn.
Hey, boys, my boyfriend's farts.
Mr. Position's starring in it. Mm-hmm. Now that's a POV I'd watch because then he's in different positions. He's like, watch me do this. He's like Oz the Mentalist. Like, here I am. Now I'm not. Jake, it's just Jake. You're looking up at Jake and he's fucking, and then all of a sudden it's like a flash and he's behind you.
I want you to think of a position in your head. Now say it out loud. And as she says it, Jake's there.
Reverse cowgirl. How'd you know,
How did I
Jake?
get here?
Mr. Positions does it again.
Hey, boys, my boyfriend farts uncontrollably at all hours
this is
of the
very
day,
similar to Hank.
including at night where I commonly wake up to a gas chamber. After hearing the Von Miller interview, I suggested he get a panel to figure out what it is he's eating that's creating all this gas.
Just everything. Just food. Just everything a guy puts in their body makes gas.
It also, like, he's eating like shit. I know personally, like, if I'm eating like shit, it's weapons of mass destruction. It's something that is, you know, they have nuclear protocols for what I can produce when I'm eating like shit.
Does Gas X actually work? I was talking to somebody the other day saying that when they get on a plane, they take Gas X and it works.
It does.
I gotta add that to my regimen of Tums.
Yes, Gas X does work. But yeah, it's he just has to stop eating like a garbage disposal. Pretty much.
Probably not going to happen though.
Probably not going to happen, but it is as simple as diet. It's not hard to figure out. You know, when you've had like a long Sunday, like long weekend of drinking and eating, and it's just that shit. You bottle that shit, it is like the most toxic.
I was in a bad spot on the plane coming back from Ireland because I just had been eating and drinking everything for about, 26 hours nonstop, and that plane ride was brutal. I should get a medal. I should get a medal for surviving that flight without farting.
All right, last one. Hey, Daddy Cat, PFT, Hank, Jake, Marsh, part of my Take podcast, and PFT's squirrely guy, Billy. I'm pregnant with twin boys, and my husband won't stop referring to them as Big Cat and PFT. We haven't been able to agree on any names so far. My question is, do you guys have any name suggestions? So we'll stop calling them Big Cat and PFT? No offense. Thank you.
Big Cat and PFT would be great names for twin babies.
Yes.
We would they instantly get all of our tickets to the Colts games.
Ooh, agreed.
That's on the table right now.
And scholarship fund.
And I'll match.
Yep. We didn't say how much.
But it'll be
it's
a
fund. It is a fund.
Community college. I'll pay for a community college.
We'll put a future bet in their name, and if it wins, they get half.
But only if they bet half that they win, and then it wins again.
Yes.
And then we get half of that.
Big Cat and PFT, great names. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do it. Lifetime subscription to Pardon My Take.
Fun fact that I learned the other day. So this is more about dogs giving birth than people. Did you know that different dogs in the same litter can have different dads?
Oh.
So like brothers and sisters in the same litter can be half siblings.
Whoa.
I thought it was a fake fact when I heard it because it came from the lips of a former member of Pardon My Take who lies about a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But I looked it up, and it's straight up the truth.
Wow. That is
Kind of crazy.
That's
so
a crazy fact.
Some bitch is getting railed out. They might have two dads.
Wow.
I bitch as in like the female
actual
dog.
bitch.
I was not being
actual bitch.
misogynistic. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Great show. We are on heater. I feel like we've had some great moments.
Jake, great work
Keep
today.
saying that, but yeah, Jake
you
going
guys,
to
too.
his Obama case.
Yeah, I didn't expect
No, wait, what is it? Do we care if Obama?
Do we care? What do you think, Jake? Do you care? Final fact from Jake.
I do not care.
Okay. So he is gay.
No.
Because
do you
that is
care
they
if.
kind of did the trick.
Do you guys care? Remember, each person before they comment, they have to state their stance.
I
don't care.
I do care because it'd be funny.
Yeah. I don't care that he's gay.
Okay.
I do care, but in a good way.
Right.
Like it'd be very
The
funny.
content.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
This is tremendous content.
It's tremendous.
Does it matter if Obama?
Does it matter? That's a different question.
does it matter?
That's-
Shit.
I don't know. Actually, I don't think it matters.
Fuck.
It doesn't matter.
We screwed up the one thing that we're supposed to remember there. Fuck. Okay, numbers.
18.
69.
I'm gonna go 91.
Memes, you ever gotten this?
20. Memes has 1.
95.
Ooh, so close. I don't want to win these anyways.
Yeah,
these
these
are Mickey
are-
Mouse.
I know.
Yeah.
These are bubble numbers.
Yep.
Love you guys.
A whale's tongue, a blue whale's tongue weighs more than an elephant.
Shout out female blue whales. Probably having a good time.
Mm-hmm.